What's up, people? Another episode of Real Ball Talk today. Let's talk football series. We got the best centre backs. So we've got a hell of a crew on today. It should be fireworks. People, first of all, let me bring in Jalil. What are you saying, bro?
All good, bro. All good. Let's get it, bro. It's going to kick off. Let's get
it might kick off. But hey, people, yeah, it might kick off today. It might kick off. Obviously, another Rash. How you doing, bro?
Going on, my guy. Alhamdulillah, doing good. How you doing?
Good, thank you, man. Yeah, should be a good show. Good to hear well, man. Should be a good one today. I'm not gonna lie. We have a guest. Am I back? Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Oh, good. All right, cool. I'm back. Cool. Next up, hey, maybe it's because he's about to come on, but listen, we got a special guest. We got man like Jess, you know?
Big Jess. What are you saying, boys? Doing, thanks for having me on the show, lads. Debut on Real Ball Talk. Hopefully it goes better than Jonathan Woodgate's at Madrid. Let's go.
Hey, no worries, bro. Happy to have you on, man. Yeah, man. We've seen you in the comments a few times. Hey, we've probably taken too long, but yeah, man. And obviously,
let's get it.
Last but not least, we've had him on before. He was here for the best strikers. He was the other guy who said Henry shouldn't have been Hall of Fame, not just me.
Ooh.
Let's get him on. Not like Jeff. What are you saying, bro?
Saying, lads.
Here he is.
I put you in the Lions then straight away, yeah? That's Liberty.
Yeah, that was
hey, nah. Hey, sorry, Jeff, but I ain't gonna lie. I've been taking too much call for that over the last few weeks. I had to remind people it wasn't just me.
I'm with you, man. Henry's my guy, but he can't be Hall of Fame. Sorry.
You're lucky.
100%.
You're lucky, Jeff. You're lucky. Jesse went on because, bruv, Hall of Fame legend, world class would have come into mention, bruv.
I don't know, man. Out of all the Arsenal players that there's ever been, Henry's probably one that's in for discussion for the top of the list. But I wouldn't be putting him there myself. Of course, no one's going up there. Not from your club.
Cock and ball FC.
I like that. But listen, let me see some of the comments quick. Big up Jabs saying, Laka, what are you doing on here? We need you on midweek.
Oh, yes.
Here it comes.
Top striker.
Marcelo. Hey,
thank you, mate. Appreciate that.
Big up to you, bro. Subscribe to this channel, people, and big up, man. So listen, people, we know how it works. We got the best center back today. Let me share my screen. Hey, let's try and avoid any bias today, lads. We usually do a pretty good job at that. Jeff?
What do you mean biased? There's 4 Arsenal fans in here, mate. That's a bit biased from the start.
Listen. Anyone who knows me knows I'm not a biased Arsenal fan. So it's all good. But listen, we got 5 tiers as always. We got Hall of Fame, we got Legend, we got World Class, we got Great, and we got Should Not Be on this list. Looking at the list today, I'm not sure. We've actually got quite a few good candidates. I'm not gonna lie. So hopefully we shouldn't need the last row, but you never know. But listen, let's start off, man. First up, Fabio Cannavaro. Boy, where to start with him? We know he's a legend of the game. One of the few centre backs, in fact, not the only one to win Ballon d'Or in 2006. He helped lead Italy to the World Cup. Obviously, started at Juventus before their whole madness with Calciopoli and stuff when they got done for match fixing. But he was their rock at the back for years. And then after that, he actually went to Real Madrid as well. People actually forgetting. He was actually decent at Real Madrid for even like a good 2 or 3 years towards the end of his career. So he was just an elite all-around defender. Like I said, he's got a Ballon d'Or, he's got a World Cup, he's got Serie A's. He just missed out on Champions League, I believe. I don't think he ever quite got that. He got to a final, but never quite won it. So he's a top player. So, Jess, I'll come to you first, bro, as a guest. Where you put Cannavaro,
man? So with Cannavaro in it, I don't know. For me, this one's probably the easiest one out of the set. There's a couple of other ones that are heavy contenders, but Cannavaro's got to be out there, Hall of Famer. Ballon d'Or, like you said, that World Cup as well, when they had like 5 clean sheets to start with or something like that. Like you say, he was pivotal for them. He was a rock for them. And yeah, for me, the Ballon d'Or, it's got to be no other than Hall of Fame for sure.
All right, so we got one Hall of Fame, Cannavaro. Jalil, what are you saying?
Yeah, man, I couldn't agree more. To be fair, this one's easy for me. How you winning a Ballon d'Or as a defender? Do you know what I mean? Hall of Fame for me. I won't say too much on this.
Rash?
Yeah, it's an easy one. I thought someone was going to try and put some disrespect on it, but now I'm glad that everyone realizes that, yeah, there's not... If this isn't the levels for Hall of Fame, then I don't know what would be.
Jeff ain't gone yet.
Luckily, I agree with you, man. 'Cause how can you win Ballon d'Or in an era where there's Ronaldinho, R9, Zidane, just to name a couple? And he won it in 2006. So that was a year where no one was really washed up. They're still doing their thing. And this 5'4" defender was the Ballon d'Or. So yeah, to me, he's Hall of Fame. He's a legend, man. Complete.
Yeah. So all right, cool. Listen, I'm not gonna lie, I would have gone Hall of Fame too. So I'm not gonna lie. That was quite easy.
It ain't gonna stay that way, I can tell you.
No disagreements on that one. Yeah, man, I like it. Let's keep it going like that, guys. It'll be a quick show. Next up, I just realized I probably should have come to Jesse for this one because I got a feeling he's got a special bond with Sol Campbell. But don't worry, Jesse, I'll come to you. Don't worry. But yeah, Sol Campbell, Tottenham legend, Arsenal legend. Won a couple Premier Leagues with Arsenal. Missed out on the Champions League, losing out in the final to Barcelona. He was a top defender. It was unfortunate for him. He never played as many games for England as he could have because he was behind Rio Ferdinand and John Terry. So that was kind of like the elite time, or as they called it, the golden generation, especially for England defenders. But he had a very, very good, accomplished career, top player. So yeah, man. First off for this one, I'll come to you, Jeff, for this one. Sol Campbell.
All right, if we're going by ability, he is world class. But in terms of I judge these kind of by impact on the game. So for me, he would end up just being great. He's a Spurs club legend because they don't have many. And then for Arsenal, he was a general for Arsenal. Don't get me wrong. He's part of the Invincibles. He was a great centre back. But all in all, I'd probably put him great. Just in terms of impact on the game and whatnot. That's my stance.
Gotta go lower, mate.
Okay. Hey, don't worry, Jess. We're coming to you, bro. Don't worry. Rash, what are you saying?
I have to disagree. I think at the minimum, he's world class. And the reason why I say that is because when we are talking about the impact that he did have on the game, he was a goal-scoring defender. He was solid. He had agility plus strength. He could pass the ball very well. I would in my head when I kick ball with Jalil, and when he plays centre back, I always think in my head, cool, if you had a little bit more agility, you'll be a Sol Campbell. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because he's solid. You know what I'm trying to say? He's solid. He's solid like that. Do you know what I mean? So obviously, you can't shit on a man's past. He was in Spurs. Do you know what I mean? But you make things right by coming over, getting some trophies and stuff like that, adding some accolades to your name. He was called up for England, and when he did play for England, he was solid. Mind you, I have to say he did get that goal in the Champions League final as well. It was him. Yeah. Yeah, man. To me, he's a legend at Spurs. He's a legend at Arsenal. Ability, a little bit of off-field things that may bring him down a notch or two, but at minimum, the guy's world class.
Okay, Jalil, I'm gonna save Jess to last.
Can I just say I've got a lot of agility, first of all.
That's not a lot. Jesus.
I know.
I've got more than Sol Campbell. No, I'm playing. That's chatting shit.
Dude, I'm filthy.
But No, I'm thinking in it. We got two Arsenal fans here who said two things that I agree with. So I can only side with one of them, and I'm thinking, for me, that Sol Campbell was kind of like a G. Wait, Rash, where did you put him, legend?
Nah, it says
Like,
world class.
my mind is saying legend, but in reality, he's world class to me. He's a world class player.
He's a world class player. I can't put him great. I think I'm gonna have to go over world class with Rash. He done the business, man. Let's be honest, man. And even in I know we lost in Champions League final, but even in there, I think he done the business. Do you know what I mean? Weren't really his fault. So I'm gonna go world class, man. He's a world class player.
Okay. And last but not least, Jess, go on, take it away, man. Take it away.
Take it away, he says. You know, there's only one place I'm going to put this, Judas. Club captain leaving for the rivals. Bro, this is a public forum, and obviously I can't say what I'd really want to say with my heart, but this guy should not be on the list. The leader, centre back, do you know what I mean? He's got to be some sort of degree of honour to him. Can't go join the rivals, man. Nah, that was too much. So yeah, you already knew my answer to this one, but this guy should not be on the list. If there was a next box with Judas underneath,
and if you was thinking with your brain, not your heart.
He was a world-class defender. Let's not get it twisted. He was our club captain for a reason, our leader. You say he's a legend at Spurs. He can never be a legend for us, obviously after what happened. But if we're talking about ability, obviously he's one of the better English midfielders that's come out over the years. I think Jeff was quite harsh with great. Still, not gonna lie, I think that's a little bit too low for him.
No, I think like ability-wise, I said he's world class, but just in terms of like overall impact, like even that goal in the Champions League final, he barely played that year. For being honest, he was injured most of the year. If I'm not mistaken, that's the year he walked off the field, or he went home at half time. I can't remember.
He was going through life-changing things
against West Ham.
Yeah, he was, but he barely featured that year. So the goal is a nice highlight, but out of a blighted year. And even though he's part of the Invincible, he had a great year. If I'm being honest, all in all, maybe it's because of how Arsenal were in the Champions League. We didn't really give him a great platform to even show his ability. And my overall thoughts on him being his impact on the game would be great. If I'm just like trying to be impartial.
Can't make a bigger impact than the Champions League goal, though, mate. The final as well. Come on, Champions League final goal.
If Milan Barros scored one, would you put him like Hall of Fame or world class?
That's Milan Barros, bro. Hey.
Here's a tricky one.
Jess, what's your final one? Where are you going with? Your head or your heart?
I'm gonna meet in the middle, and I'm gonna go great.
Okay, so we got 2 great, and we got 2 world class. That means I've got to decide. I got to decide. People, I don't like deciding. I don't like deciding, man. I don't like deciding. So try and help me out. Sol Campbell, world class defender. I feel like the international kind of hurts him. The fact he wasn't starting for his country is kind of a bit detrimental to him, I think. But got 2 Premier Leagues, Champions Leagues as well. Not everyone's got Champions League. Thing is, if you start putting him in great, then some man go on not on this list.
If you put him in great, a lot of guys get overlooked. I'm just saying.
But listen, if he goes great, Bearman's not on this list. Trust me, because I've already got a plan to take Bearman off already. But if he's there, Bearman's off the list.
Van Dijk might not even make the list.
He might not make it.
Might not make the list. Yikes.
Yeah, boy. I don't know. Let's go with world class for now. And then it'll be interesting as we move forward how it compares, because But there's a lot of top centre backs there, and I think more than you'd think have actually more in the game than Sol Campbell, but at his best, he was a world-class defender. Let's give him world class for now.
Ain't mad at it.
So let's see what. Nah, I don't think you can be mad at that. Nah. Let's see what people are saying. Jaap saying I agree with Jesse. A lot of people agree with Jesse. Not gonna lie.
Because I'm not Gooner, mate.
So is a
I'm
legend.
partial.
But yeah, his name kind of says why.
My brother's saying, Jesse, I've got your back. Come on, you.
Yes,
I can't
yes.
finish that, but we know what that means. Don't
Trolling,
worry, my
man.
brother's
Come on,
been
you
telling me all week. My brother's been telling me all week he's got your back. He just backs anyone against Arsenal. Don't worry.
My guy.
So Campbell, class. Agree with world class. KD, big up KD. Can't like Campbell, legend. Let's keep it real. Legends stretching it,
Man.
And big dog too saying agree with world class. Yeah, in fact, I think legend is too high still. Big up relentless saying what? Hey, listen, bro. What you want? So Campbell, what? Like legend, Hall of Fame? Like, listen, we got some top man coming up. I don't know. It gets a bit mad. But listen, next up we got Ricardo Carvalho. I think he came in. So he's actually got a Champions League with Porto. He got a Champions League with Porto and came to Chelsea, won back-to-back Premier Leagues, and was part of that defense that conceded, I think, 15 goals or 14 in 38 games. So a ridiculous record. He was there for like 3-4 years. Then he went to Madrid, and he actually helped them win like 2 or 3 La Ligas as well, I'm pretty sure. He actually formed a formidable partnership with Sergio Ramos at one point. And he was just a top defender. Obviously, he was Portuguese. I think he got to the Euros finals, but they lost that in 2004. But overall, he had a hell of a career, and he was a hell of a defender too. So, Joe, I'm going to let you kick. What are you saying?
This one was easy for me as well. I wasn't even going to think about it too much, and I think you just confirmed it for me. He sits in legend for me. He goes by one of the best defenders I've seen in my time. To be fair, look at all the defense he's played in. You know, you just mentioned Chelsea, Real Madrid. I'm not going to talk international. He hasn't really done anything international, but in what he does as a player, he could put legend. I'm just double thinking now about world class actually, because legend. I remember when we had this discussion before. For you, legend's got to have everything. You know. But Bob, he's a bad boy defender, fam. Everyone he played with, JT, even like, you know, at Real Madrid, Ramos and Pepe a bit, you know, he's got a Champions League, he's got Prems, he's got Champions League with 2 different clubs. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna say legend for now, and if it goes anywhere, we can debate it. But I'm gonna stick with legend.
Cool. Jess, what are you saying?
I kind of agree with Jalil still. I think he sits in legend for me. Being part of that defensive record at Chelsea. I don't know, quote me on this, innit, but I don't think they conceded it at home. They got some ridiculous clean sheet record at home that season.
15 goals all season.
All season, mate. And then it was just, that was unbelievable, innit? And I think anyone that's part of that kind of record, obviously he's gone on to do things with Madrid as well. That just backs it up. But from seeing what he done in England, that defence there was one of the best in the Premier, isn't it? That defensive partnership, him and Terry. So I don't know. He's got to be. I think. I agree with Jalil. He's got to be up in the legend spot there for me still.
Okay, Rash.
The only thing that I would say he deducts from his accolades would be the international achievements, but other than that, there's nothing to say. And like as we're saying, the criteria is here. If we can't put him Hall of Fame because of what Jalil has already said, but he's definitely well above world class. He can only go in legend for me as well.
Yeah, and Jeff?
Yeah, I'm probably going to be a party people. For me, world class, that's my stance. I think, Porto, he was great. Chelsea, he was great. He was probably the reason why Terry is so highly regarded, don't get me wrong. But again, I feel like legend and Hall of Fame is like a sacred category. I think you have to be a certain kind of man and you have to be remembered 20 years from now. Even like since Carvalho finished football, he probably finished football since like 2009. I haven't really thought about him once. Like there's certain defenders who their style of their game is that's how youngsters model their defensive like attributes off.
Yeah, attributes, yeah.
And whilst he was a great defender, don't get me wrong, like ability, one of the best ever. But I don't think that he has enough to be a legend for me. I'm not mad at the suggestion that he is ability wise, but yeah, for me, he's another like Sol Campbell for me.
Yeah. No, I hear that. I think he's probably a little bit. He was probably a bit better of a defender than Sol, has got better accolades. But I understand the world class thing. I think they could easily be on the same tier of world class. But I'm not mad at him being a lower tier legend. I think if he's a lower tier legend, that works. But he can't be a Hall of Famer. Hall of Famer, there should never be more than 2 or 3 in any list we do. There should never be more than 2 or 3 Hall of Famers. So I feel like we've got it right there saying legend. So let's see what the people are saying. Yes, I knew Relentless was going to come back saying Sol's a legend. Bro, I'm sorry. Sorry, bro. Sorry. Falak saying, wait, Ed and John are brothers. Yeah, we are. We're brothers still. We look alike.
Rash only related, by the way.
Yeah, Carvalho is world class. Carvalho is world class. Carvalho world class. Big up, Adam. Hope you're well, man. Quality CB, not quite legend. Hear that? Ed saying Carvalho legend. Jaap saying what a player, legend from M Dog. I like that the panel are rating Carvalho. Yeah, big up KD, yeah, man. Yeah, we're rating you, bro. Don't worry, there's no bias here, bro. There's no bias here. Even Jesse put his bias aside and said Sol Campbell was world class. Big up. So, you know what I mean? He said it. So
big up.
No bias here. But listen, let's keep it moving. Legend for Carvalho. So now this one I'm gonna come to Rash first. Because this is Chiellini, and he kind of has a motto that kind of goes with what you say, Rash, you know, about Tottenham's history. So I'll leave you to elaborate on that. But you know, Chiellini, a warrior. I think he's won like 7 or 8 straight Serie A titles. Stalwarts for Italy as well in a time when their team is not as good. But a real leader, hasn't quite won Champions League, made it to 2 finals and lost both of them to Barca and Madrid respectively. But he went all the way. So yeah, he's got a lot of accolades, not quite the top ones, but hey, he's a top player. So Rash, where are you putting Chiellini?
Unfortunately, as much as I highly rate Chiellini because he's one of the names of the past, he's one of the names that you would always bring up. And even when you think about a Juventus or anything like that, he's one of the names that you will definitely mention. The only thing is that his accolades aren't there as much as his ability would speak. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So his ability was high, his accolades didn't really represent that, and I don't think like he really achieved as much as he could have in his career. And I think that's the thing that's going to make me bring him down, but it's also going to set the premise as well for how I move along in regards to the rest of these defenders here. I've got him down as great.
Okay, great.
Wait, what?
Okay.
Shit.
Whoa.
Hey, John, let me go.
Yeah, go on.
Let me go. Chiellini, yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, but was he not classed at one point in his career the best centre back
at his club? I think it was at his club. I'm not gonna lie, it was at his club, wasn't it?
No, after they won. I think it was the World Cup, or was it the Euros? Was it not?
No, he ain't won the.
I don't think it was about
any international honors.
But he's got how many leagues? How many leagues have he got?
7, I think.
Any Champions Leagues?
2 finals.
Whoa. Rash might have a point here, you know.
I would just say, compare his accolades with Sol Campbell's, though.
For me, he's world class, man. He's a world class player. And for me, no, world class. I'm going world class for clear. I'm going world class. Let me just say too much.
All right, Jeff.
I think I'm gonna agree with Jalil. Like, I think he's world class. Don't get me, he's a legend in Italy.
Yeah,
for sure. But I don't know if he's I don't know if he can be considered a legend overall. Like, in one of the last touch-tight defenders before has he retired it or is he still going? I can't even remember.
Still going. About to get another league title, bro.
Nah, I'm not sure, bro.
Nah, it's in the air now this year.
I'm not
This year's
sure.
bit.
It might be Inter still.
No, but yeah, like touch-tight defender. Like, don't get me wrong, he doesn't have like the new attributes that a centre back should have. But from that old stamp of how the game used to go, he's ridiculous. Like, you can't go past him. You put hands on you, elbow you in your face, he'll spit at you. He doesn't care. He's gonna stop you. And I gotta rate it. But yeah, overall, and like the overall stature of the game, I'm probably gonna say a high world class. Like, he's close to legend for me, but he's not a legend.
Yeah, and Jess?
Yeah, no, I gotta agree with that still. Out of all the lists, he's probably one of my more favorite centre backs. This guy, I love watching him play. He's a proper old school defender. But like I was saying about the accolades, it's easy for someone to go there and win 7 Serie A titles with Juventus. So had a little World Cup in there, maybe with Italy or something, maybe you could put him a bit further up as a legend. Like you say, he's a legend
Even
in Italy,
a European
of course.
title.
Yeah, but he's a legend in Italy, hands down, in Juve, of course. But I think going off of the accolades, he's got to be in that world class bracket. But as a player, though, he's one of my favourite centre backs of the modern era still.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So.
No, I agree. Yeah, he's one of my favourite centre backs as well, and I think he is. I think he's world class as well. I kind of do tend to agree. I see where Rash is coming from because he's probably taken into consideration the fact that it is Juventus and they are always going to win, the Serie A's, and that even people like Ramsey will have a medal. But that's besides the point. So, I'm saying he's been there consistently throughout, and I would just say that the Juventus team plays a lot different when he's not there. So that's probably one of the things that you can say for him. Like when it's just Bonucci and Bazzagli, they start looking a bit ropey. So I would just say that, but I understand where the grade is coming from as well. So let's see what the people are saying. Falak saying, am I the only biased person? Yeah, you are. No bias here. No bias here. Ignore the Spurs flag in the background. Ignore the Spurs flag. Chiellini is world class, maybe legend. Yeah, world class. I think rate's a bit low. Adam saying Chiellini world class, can't be higher for me. Chiellini great. Okay, so some mixed feedback for Chiellini, but overall, I think world class is fair. So next up, Marcel Desailly. Now, you guys might have to help me out with some of the honors that he had, because I'm pretty sure, I know he's definitely won the World Cup. I'm almost 100% in 1998. But it's more his accolades with Chelsea that I'm not sure. I don't think he won much with Chelsea. I think like an FA Cup.
Winners' Cup and FA Cup, I think.
Winners' Cup and FA Cup, yeah. So, but I mean, he was an absolute beast of a defender. He probably had his best years before the 2000s, but he had enough good years from like 2000 to 2003-4, where you still have to put respect on his name to put him on this list, on consideration. So yeah, man, Desailly, powerful, quick, all the attributes that you want in a top defender. So he was a top player. So Jeff, I'll come to you with this one, man. Marcel Desailly, where you putting him?
Yeah, nostalgia nearly had me tripping. I was going to say world class, but I'm going to say great for Desailly, just based on how I'm categorizing these, man, and like what the category means to me. I think he's great. Ability-wise, probably higher. He's probably one of the first of his kind, to be honest. Like, it's more common to have that kind of defender now, but yeah, that back then that was a more rare thing. It was a certain type of defender back then, and he was a bit different. But all in all, yeah, great for me.
Okay, Jalil?
Yeah, I think going through the list, I think we're all looking at this list quite the same, which is good to see. I was going to go great as well. I was just trying to think about what he's done in the 2000s, and it doesn't warrant a world class for me. His ability, obviously world class, but his impacts on games and the way he carries teams weren't really there for me. So I'm going to go great on this occasion.
Yeah. Yes.
So with this one, yeah, it's kind of the same. If we're going off of what he's done in 2000s, then yeah, I can agree with you guys in it. But he's won a World Cup, European Championships, And I think he got a couple Champions Leagues as well. So we're talking about accolades on this. And ability-wise, like I say, he's pacey, fast, quick, powerful centre-back. He was a problem. I kind of tend to agree with a great, but I kind of feel it's a bit harsh putting him great. Kind of feel like he does kind of want a world-class stuff. If you take into account what he done before the 2000s, then he's easily up higher in the list. But if we're going solely off of what's happening in the 21st century, then yeah, I agree with you boys in the great category for me.
Yeah, you know what? You actually bring up an interesting point, because then there's another guy that's going to come up on this list where then it starts to get a bit iffy about the 21st century as well. Yeah, we'll get on to him. But Rash, yeah, finish it off.
Yeah, I actually agree with Jess as well, man. When I think about Desailly, I just think about that solid block at the back of Chelsea, partnered with Frank Leboeuf. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Many times he would stop people in their tracks. You know, and he could also play the ball as well. Like he can ping a ball forward. He could score a goal as well. He was just mad solid as well. Good character as well to have on the pitch as well, for motivation. And like Jesse was saying, if you look at his career before the 2000s, then I think he's got a World Cup win under there as well. He was one of Chelsea's biggest signings as a centre back when they first signed him as well. I think he was like for 4 million or something like that, which was big back in them days for a defender especially. But yeah, man, Desailly is a boss. You know what I mean? And he's remained. I like the way he's remained on the scene as well. I like his punditry. I think he has a valid opinion. Do you know what I mean? I say world class.
Okay. So, Jess, what did you go with in the end? World class.
This one's a tricky one for me still. I said great, but I feel like that's a disservice to him still, because he was a proper.
I'm going to go world class. I'm not going to lie.
He's got a European medal as well in post 2000.
European. I'm going to do this yet. Then let's do their whole career, and let's just name players from the 2000s that's had a great career. Because if so, world class, I'm not going to argue with it. But if we're going for the 2000s, what's he really done?
Yeah, I think we should. Yeah, let's do it like that.
You got an international European championship, didn't he, with France?
Yeah. So then, so if we do it like that, you take into his ability and the way he actually played as a player, and then you want to add the accolades. He's got every accolade you can get. He's top of the game, innit? Ballon d'Or, maybe not. He's not Hall of Fame legend. I don't know. Maybe if I was a Chelsea fan, I'd be leaning more towards that, or French. But world class comfortably for me. If we're taking into account all things, he's definitely a world class centre back.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like maybe overall, because I think he done enough in the 2000s where maybe we should respect what he did before, because then otherwise it feels like we are a little bit disrespecting him unintentionally. Because I think the gist of putting him in great just for the 2000s makes complete sense, but it kind of does a disservice to a little bit of what he did before. So I think with him, another guy coming up, we'll do them an allowance. And we will consider also what they did previously. Otherwise, they might get disrespected a little bit. Let's see. Desailly's a beast. I'd say he's world class. I think his best years were at Milan, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, his top years. Desailly legend. If we're being, he could have been if you really count everything together. But if we're being fair, I think world class is a fair place to put him for this list. I think if we were doing all time, then maybe, but. Yeah, I think world class is fair for now. So next up, we got Virgil van Dijk. Now, this one should be interesting just because I've had a few Liverpool fans message me saying, hey, you better watch where you guys pull Van Dijk. So I don't really know what that's supposed to mean, to be honest. I don't really know what that's supposed to mean. But listen, Van Dijk, obviously before Liverpool, he got a few Scottish titles in his belt. I hope we're not going to start counting the Scottish League, but after that, he went to Southampton, did well there, earned his move to Liverpool, and obviously no one can take away what he's done for Liverpool, the transformation that he's helped them make. Him and Alisson really did transform that team. He's been to 2 Champions League finals, won a Premier League title. and he's still pretty young. He's 30, so he's still got a few years left to add to that resume. But yeah, Van Dijk. Rash, I'll come to you for this one, man. Van Dijk, where does he belong, man?
On this list.
Damn.
Oh.
I'm playing.
Jesus Christ. Everyone went dead silent.
Yeah,
but still, he's not going to go where a lot of people are going to think I'm going to put him. I'm going to put him just as great because to me, so he's still within his career. Still got a long way to go as well. Still a lot more to achieve. He's been out this whole entire season. Okay, so we can really kind of model him off of 2 seasons where he achieved greatness. He got the Champions League and he got the title with Liverpool. It's fantastic. But we also have to remember he was part of that Celtic team that got smoked by Barcelona and he was playing. I don't forget that. I don't care. You know what I mean? And
7-0,
no, yeah.
Man.
He had a good reputation in the Premier League as well as not being able to get past for I think it was nearly a whole entire season. But the moment he did get past, man, the floodgates started opening and he was starting to make some mistakes that was starting to make him look really human. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I think he's on his way to a brilliant career, depending on what steps and moves he takes from after this injury. I think in reality, he is a world-class player. And to achieve what he already has in 2 seasons is great. But at the same time, he's not doing it on his own. He was the missing piece of the puzzle along with the goalkeeper. But at the same time, he was the missing piece of a puzzle. It means there was a puzzle there already. Okay, he didn't win them. All of them collectively done it. But we can also see Liverpool without him as well. It's just gone back to regular old Liverpool.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm going to give him world class. I know I said 3 different things, but world class. Just because you can see, it's just just because you can see.
It keeps moving up.
Yeah, I know. Do you know what it is? I'm not biased. Yeah, I'm not even biased to myself. I can convince myself that I'm not saying the right thing too. So because I can see the impact that it has had on Liverpool without him as well, that's what boosts him up a little bit more, actually. Yeah. I say world class.
Cool. Do you know? Hey, don't lose all your Liverpool friends, bro.
One of my good friends, big out Liam still. I know you're watching still, but
Man like Liam.
Big Mags.
Big. If you want me to be 100% honest with you,
that's what we want. That's what we want.
When Rash initially said shouldn't be on the list, I agreed with him. And then he started speaking and started naming these things. But then I'm thinking, Van Dijk had one stat and one stat only. And that stat was nobody can dribble past him. I mean, I'm not being funny. Tuesday night football, no one touched me. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not the best.
You're just going to capture the audience. That's what you want to do.
Real niggas know.
Ain't no nigga. I'm just saying.
Now I got awkward. He said, nope, not me.
Yeah. Hey,
that was an inside joke. Because I'll say this though. I'm not mad at world class. I was going near great, but I'll go world class. But no, do you know what? World class. If you're playing now and you're getting world class, it means you have an impact on games. And Rash said something in regards to look at Liverpool now. I can't lie to you. Even though Van Dijk didn't make that many tackles, he organised the defence really well. He does have an impact on games. Do you know what I mean? And that is a world class thing to do. It reminds me of JT. You know, do you know what I mean? I think JT's world class. Spoiler alert. But do you know what I mean? So.
That's a spoiler.
Yo,
I know you're watching. Yeah, world class for me, man. Let me back Rash, man. Let me back my guy.
Respect, Jay.
All right, cool. Hey, so we got 2 world classes. All right, so Jeff, I'll come to you before I go to Jess.
All right. Let me start with some love. All right, so he's the best defender now, and that's kind of because you need less to be a good defender now.
Yeah.
So he is the best around. Don't get me wrong. He's ridiculous. See, like he's quick, he's strong. Like he's a specimen. Like you're not even meant to be that quick at like 6'4" or whatever he is. Like it's dumb. But yeah, he's the best around. But in the grand scheme of things, I'm between high grade and low world class. I don't know which one. He's not. Like, I know some Liverpool fans will be like, but how can he be the best now and not in like legend or something? It's because you just don't have the catalogue, my guy. I'm sorry. Like you're at Celtic probably 5-6 years ago. You're playing with some Southampton man like Bertrand and that. Like don't get me wrong. He gets the accolades for coming in with Liverpool. Like Rash said, Alisson was there. Trent and Robertson are part of that defense too. Like whilst they don't defend the best, because Liverpool attack so well and they press so well, that's the reason why they don't really get penetrated. That all plays a part. I may give him low world class, just because of Champions League win and what he did. He won a Champions League, but he was an integral part of that team. So maybe he sneaks in there. But yeah, I'm not gonna get carried away and say he's like amazing and like legend or Hall of Fame. Definitely not. Like low world class is just right for him, I think.
Okay, cool. And Jess?
Yeah, I'm kind of teetering between great and world class as well. I think in the current game he's a world class defender, like you said. He's probably one of the best defenders around at the moment. But I think in the modern game there's not as many of these defenders. When you look through this list, it's more the early 2000s, like when there was more centre backs. I feel like the old school game there was a lot more centre backs about. And it's that thing. Yeah, he's been at Celtics quite late in. Like you say, he's got still a lot of time to go. But I don't know. He's hitting 30 now, isn't it? I know he's a centre back and that, but he's only just like he's got 2 seasons to go off. He's been playing for how long? And then like, am I going to put him next to Desailly, a World Cup winner, Euros, and multiple Champions Leagues? Sol Campbell is a invincible PL player. Chiellini, he is one of the best centre backs he's been. So I don't know. Like, I think he should be in world class, but the people that are already in that category, I don't know if he kind of sits with them. But it's kind of in between. Yeah, it's a strong great or a weak world class.
You know what? I would just say, I think if we put Van Dijk in world class, I think that's more of ability than accolades. Because I would have put him in great. I'm not even going to lie to you.
Yeah, I'm leaning more towards great.
I'm not upset with
not going to lie.
Yeah. Let's see what I mean. Maybe we're wrong. Let's see what the people are saying. Maybe we're crazy, but I don't think we are. M Dog saying great. My brother saying legend. I don't know what he's thinking.
Jesus, legend.
He must be trolling. That can't be Ed.
He's gonna be.
That can't be Ed. Jaap saying VVD world class, Rolls Royce of a CB. He will be appreciated more once he's done. Quick, strong, football IQ, scores goals. Yeah. Falak saying from not on the list to world class. LOL. Rash, bless you and your beard, my friend. Hey, some more Rash love.
Hey, that beard, bro. Hey, that's mad.
Antonio, big up Antonio saying VVD world class. KD saying Van Dijk can't be higher than world class. Falak, great / world class. Ed saying my friend is a Liverpool fan, said he is easily Hall of Fame.
He's smoking.
All right.
Hall of Fame.
Big up Lamb saying I heard rubbish about Van Dijk and I had to join. What the hell am I hearing? Hall of Fame.
Oh, I can't out here, man.
He said Hall of Fame in terms of ability, legend in terms of achievement. Now that second statement is wilder than the first.
No. Who is this?
This is Lamps.
He's been on
Lamps
the
has
show.
been on before. He was on last week. Yeah, he was on last week for centre mids. He was the one who made a passionate statement about Steven Gerrard. Now, big up Lamps, but this is crazy, bro. Nah,
what did he say about Steven Gerrard?
No, he said that Gerrard was Hall of Fame, I think.
Huh?
What did he say about Dembele? Tell me what he said about Dembele.
Oh, he said I think he
saw that.
He saw that. Yeah. Hey, Jesse's coming for you, Lambs. Don't worry. You two will link up.
Criminal.
Hey, wait. So what are we going Van Dijk? I'm going great. Jalil?
I'm going great. I'm going to firm it, and I'm going to say great. I can't sit him in the world class bracket now.
Rash?
I've got to go world class, man. I've got to go world class.
You're sticking to world class, Rash?
Yeah, and do you know what? Like I said, that impact thing it holds a lot of weight in my eyes. Staying world class.
Okay, and Jeff, you got the decider this time. Yes.
Low world class, by the way. Low world class, but world class.
But remember, there's tiers and all of these tiers, right? Remember
Yeah,
that?
it's true. Good point.
So yeah, if that's the case, yeah. Stick with what I said before. Low world class.
All right, cool.
That's what he is.
Listen, Lamps, I know you might be upset, bro, but world class, considering this guy spent half of his career at Celtic, is pretty good. So, so yeah, let's listen. Next up, and listen, you know what? Next one, yeah, let's just do this one quick. Godin. Listen, some people, quick intro. Madrid legend, won a La Liga with them, which is an incredible achievement, to be fair, considering who is going up against Madrid and Barcelona. I think he might have won a Copa America with Uruguay. Someone can check that to confirm that, but I do believe they've won one, I think. And yeah, he's won a couple Copa del Rey's with Atletico, lost 2 Champions League finals, both in very cruel circumstances to Madrid, but that's football. And yeah, man. So, but yeah, let's keep this one quick, not too long. So I'll start with you with this one, Jalil. Godin.
Godin can be the first one to hit a great for me.
Okay. Rash?
He's so sick. Like Godin is so sick for me. Like I think out of the last couple years that I've seen football, I think Godin is well up there. You know what I'm trying to say? But unfortunately, he ain't got anything. Hasn't won anything. Unfortunately.
You won La Liga, bro.
Huh?
You won La Liga.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. Sorry. Got that one. Yeah.
And Copa America.
And Copa America, yeah.
I know, but I don't see that. Yeah, even though it's there, I don't see that. You know what I mean? I know, like it is an accolade, but it's not to us, is it? Do you know what I mean? I just think, yeah, it's great defender. Do you know what I mean? One of the best in modern football, to be honest. And but his accolades just doesn't bring him to where he needs to be. He has to be a very, very high grade. If he had a couple accolades, he'd definitely walk into world class. But yeah.
Okay, Jess?
Yeah, got to agree, man. He's got to go in great. He's Atletico have been known for that defensive game, and he's been obviously a crucial part of that. He is a proper player. He's a good player. But yeah, the accolades is, I mean, Europa Leagues and runner-up things. One La Liga. I don't know. That was an honour for them in Atletico in that league. But yeah, it's not enough for him to be a world class for me. So yeah, I'm going to stick him in great there as well.
Okay, and Jeff?
I know he's got a lot of ability, but I'm between two. I'm between should not be on this list and low grade.
God damn. Damn, that's harsh, son.
No, he's a good defender, don't get me wrong. Very good. But so, like good defender is cool, but I don't know if that warrants you being a great. Like, even if I just go by if I go by the logistics of the word great, like, apart from us, like, because we're in this era, like, in 10 years, who's going to talk about Godin? They're going to talk about, like, someone like Vidic will be they're the same kind of defender. Like, they're both touch tight, aggressive. Like, Chiellini's another one. You're going to mention Vidic now before you mention Godin, to me.
Yeah.
He's got a point.
Yeah,
Well, Vidic is levels compared to Godin.
He is.
Yeah.
And that's kind of my point. Like, I don't know if. Yeah, you know what? I'm standing on it.
That's interesting.
You know what? Yeah.
Like, Godin got a bounce. Godin, you're out of here.
This one. I think, to be fair, Jeff, you said he shouldn't be on this list, but I think Rash, Jess, Angelo all said great, isn't it? You guys are not changing your mind, are you?
I might change my mind. Yeah. I might change my. Jeff kind of got me on something.
Oh, don't give in to peer pressure, man. Come on.
Yeah, don't give in to that, Jalil, man.
Because
I'm biased.
I make my decision, and then when people start talking, I'm like, hold on, yeah, that ring the bell in my head. Well, I'll be mentioning a lot more players before Godin, bro. For me, he shouldn't be on this list, fam. I'm just looking at it now. He should be the first one. I'm not saying the first one on great. Nah, first one shouldn't be on the list.
Make like a tree and leave, Godin.
You better keep that same energy, yeah. You better keep that same energy when certain men come up on.
Yeah, listen, I'm not gonna lie. Don't worry, Rash. Don't worry, man. I'm putting him in great. I think to put him in should not be on this list it's a little bit disrespectful. And yeah, like you said, Rash,
Yeah.
if he goes there, yeah, some men are going there still. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, don't worry.
Don't worry.
I've got a few in my head right now.
I've got a few.
All right, say no. Hey, Jeff. I hope that's you're not being biased with that one. Yeah.
No. I know who you're thinking of, and he goes in the co-op section. Remember, I said there's bags from co-op. He goes in the bag.
What? He gets a bag? He gets a bag?
No, he goes in the bag. Like,
Don't worry,
figure it out.
I'm
I just throw them men in the boot, bruv.
Yes, I'm gonna let you do the intro for him. Don't worry. I'm gonna let you do him justice. Yeah. Don't worry, Jess. I got you. But yeah, Godin, great. All right, next up we got Real Ferdinand. Boy, he was at Leeds first beast there. He went to United. Obviously, we know what he did there. Won, I think, 5 Premier Leagues, a Champions League. Was part of the England generation that failed, but can't really be held down to him. The whole team just failed. Whether it was due to expectations, pressure, whatever. But he was an elite defender, classy on the ball, quick, still was aggressive, was composed. He was just a top defender, man. Everyone knows about Real Ferdinand. So yeah, man. Let me think. I need to try to put in order. Yeah, Rash, Real Ferdinand.
Real for me is a real slinger. Yeah, I ain't got nothing but props to say for my man. He achieved a lot at Manchester United, Premier Leagues. He said 5, got a Champions League as well. Even at West Ham, he was a solid defender as well. And that's what got him his credibility in the first place. Came to United, became a boss. He became the actual model for the British centre-back and what it was moving into in that new era. He was just kind of just after them legendary man like Adams and them, man. You get me? And then he was kind of setting up the new premise for what we expect from the new age centre-back in the Premier League. So I can't fault the guy. The only thing I can fault is his international accolades. Obviously, he's playing for England. It's too bad. Do you know what I mean? That's just what it's going to be. It is what it is, yeah. And obviously, it would have been nice for him to do something great in another place other than Manchester United as well. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's the only thing what's stopping me from making him a Hall of Famer. But nothing less than a legend for me.
Okay, so Rash, you're going legend, yeah? Cool. Jesse. Yes.
Yeah, I don't like to, but I got to agree with Rash on that one. It's like that transitional period where he went from the old school to that like original ball playing centre back. He was proper, man. He was good in that United team as well, pivotal. Control that back with that Vidic partnership. Yeah, different gravy, mate. Like you say, playing for England, innit? It comes with its curses, but it's Hall of Fame. It's yeah. You gotta be like way clear, and you gotta have international accolades. So yeah, I can't put him any higher than that. But yeah, Rio Ferdinand, proper England legend, mate. Yeah, he's got to go in legendary box.
Okay, cool. Jeff?
Yeah, he's a legend. I think he, like Rash and Jess said, he was our first look at a modern defender. Whilst the man was still like Chiellini's, Puyols, they're touch tight, they'll elbow you, Rio will stand off, you let Vidic do all of that, and he'll sweep up anything in behind. And that's just what it was for a good few years. Quick, strong, could pass, could dribble out of defense. Didn't score much, but that doesn't really matter. That's not his job. He broke the transfer record fee twice, I think, when he was in England. So West Ham to Leeds, then Leeds to United. I think any club would have been lucky to have him. So that would have been, he could have fitted in anyway. Could have gone to a Barca or Real Madrid anywhere. So yeah, I'll say legend.
Legend. Angelo?
How not one of you man said my Peckham boy is a Hall of Famer is beyond me. I blame John Terry. I blame John Terry. Well, they would have won something in England if it weren't for John Terry. Because he's racist to his brother. He's not playing that good. That's it. No, I'm playing. No, I'm gonna go with Hall of Fame for reasons of he changed the game. He changed the game for the modern centre back. Do you know what I mean? I think everyone said it. I don't think one person didn't say it in terms of changing the game. For me, I'm gonna go Hall of Fame for reasons for all above. Everything you guys said and more.
Yeah.
Ra's gonna say what more?
You know me so well.
I'm just gonna say this before I give what. Obviously, I think we've got 3 legends and 1 Hall of Fame. Who would you, man, if you had to start a team? Are you, man, picking Rio or Cannavaro?
Rio Ferdinand. Rio Ferdinand. Bob, big, strong, ain't scared of no one. There's no one you can bring to him. He's not scared of no one.
I agree. I'd pick Rio all day because I'll tell you one thing. I haven't even heard Cannavaro speak, bro.
What's that got to do with it?
I heard them in there shout. I ain't heard him shout. You get me? Rio's a general, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's why I'm not gonna lie. I think I'd put Rio Hall of Fame. You know.
Hey. Came back with the new thing.
But you know what? But we've been outvoted. We've been outvoted. So
no, we
people,
ain't. No, we ain't. John, they're thinking about it. They're thinking about it.
No, this is just right for me.
They're thinking about it. So listen,
For what?
18 people in the building. First of all, make sure to smash that like button. If you're new, subscribe. Big up the whole crew today. But people, do we need to change our vote? What are you guys saying? Talk to me. Big up Adam saying Rio easily legend, arguably Hall of Fame. Opinion Agreement saying legend. Antonio saying legend. Jaap saying legend. Ed saying Hall of Fame. M Dog saying Hall of Fame. Antonio saying in fact legend, so he changed his mind. Hey, big up Mohammed, bro. Don't worry, I know who you are now. Still, hey,
man, like Sharp in the cut.
Big up Sharp.
Big Sharpie, my guy.
Hey, big up Sharp. Hall of Fame for Rio. My brother saying crazy panel. You man violating Rio legend. You man are buzzing with a Hall of Fame talk. Rio's better than Cannavaro. KD saying cut this nonsense out. There's only 2 more man that can be Hall of Fame, and Rio isn't one of them. I know you're thinking.
Yeah.
Thank you. And you know what? I don't like the fact that every time man don't agree with you, that man's got to be smoking. Yeah. That's not man said he's crap. Like man, ledge.
Hey, we got RX saying Hall of Fame, but Van Dijk is back. Yo, Van Dijk again, bro. What's going on?
Wait. How did he link it back?
Ferdinand was better than Terry. The only team John Terry fits in is the Royal House. But not see him, baby Archie will take man for Anton. No, bro, that's a wild statement. I ain't gonna lie. That's a wild statement. Listen, Lamps, yeah, I'll chat to you after. So that's wild. Hey, no, bring on Lamps. Jaap said, change my mind, Rio Hall of Fame, because he's always going to be higher than Terry for me, and you guys are going to put Terry in legend. How do you know, bro? How do you know?
I hear you, but it's not going to work that way.
You spoke to Wayne Bridge before this. How do you know? Val saying Rio Hall of Fame. Big up Val. Big up Maggie Val, man. Hope you're good, bro.
That was cold still.
Ed said, how the hell was Cannavaro Hall of Fame? Beside the Ballon d'Or, because of the World Cup, he did not deserve it. Val saying,
you didn't see that World Cup.
That's kind of overrated. This is.
Where's Rio's Ballon d'Or? Where's Rio's Ballon d'Or? Where's Rio's? Where's Rio's?
Where's Dykes?
No, I hear what the people are saying though. Rio does have a good, solid claim to Hall of Fame, but he's not going to sit there. He's not going to sit next to someone who's won a Ballon d'Or and a World Cup. Like it's a hard game, but we're talking about the cream of the crop here. This is an important list we're building here, yeah, and we've got to take all things into consideration. Rio is one of the best. He's one of the best English defenders that is ever. Like, do you know what I mean? He's one of the best that English has ever had in it. So, not discrediting him, putting him legend, but Hall of Fame, you got to be a cut above the rest. And for me, like these guys with this, yeah, he's a legend for me, innit?
No, I like that. That's a good way to summarize it. People, listen, we had 3 legends, 2 Hall of Fames, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, either side can be argued, but legend is no disrespect. Just ask
for real.
Same thing as Henry making legend is the same thing with Rio. I feel like
On this Hall of Fame, bro. Chill out.
It's not the same. It's not the same because Henry got international accolades as well to go with it. Plus, he is a legend in every jersey. So it's not the same. I see what you're saying, Ed. I see what you're saying, Ed. But it's
you saw what Ed said. Yeah, I was gonna bring it up.
Saying, but it's not the same. It's not the same. Shout out Ed.
Yeah. Because Ed said, "Wait, Rash." He said Henry is Hall of Fame. Where's his Ballon d'Or? Yeah, but listen, Henry got robbed of a Ballon d'Or. Still,
he got robbed.
Probably by Cannavaro. But listen,
Henry got robbed of Hall of Fame in this list as well. So yeah, I'm just saying.
Stop coming for me and Jeff. Hey, Jeff, you see what they're doing to us, bro?
Yeah, don't let us live.
Oh, but anyway, yeah, man. Listen, next one. Hey, you know what? Let's do the next. Let's do the next 3 quick. So Hypia, I think Liverpool fans would class him as a legend. Lamps, let me know whether he should be Hall of Fame as well. But yeah, Hypia, I think he won the treble in 2001 or 2. I think it's 2001. Well, again, the treble, FA Cup, Carling Cup, and Europa League. Like I said, the worst treble combination anyone can do. But you gotta give it what it is.
It's not even a treble. They just won 3 cups.
Yeah. You know what, Ali? You're probably right. Yeah, that's a better way of saying it because treble makes it sound like you won Champions League and everything. So, yeah. But anyway, Hypia, great defender for Liverpool. I think he was part of the team that won Champions League in 2005. People correct me if I'm wrong. I believe he was part of that team. I'm pretty sure he was.
Yeah, he was still. He was. No, he was. He was. He's got down his resume. So he was a top defender. For me, he was actually better than Carragher. But that's just my opinion. But yeah, Jeff, I'll give you Hypia first, man. And let's make this one quick. Hypia, where's he going?
He's got to kick rocks, man. Like, he shouldn't even be here.
Damn. All right, cool. Jess?
Out of all the lists, this is the only one that made me raise an eyebrow. Like, yeah, this should not be on the list. We're talking the best of the best here. Cameo appearances in a Champions League for Liverpool. Nah, sorry, mate, should not be on the list.
Okay, Rash?
The rocks are kicking.
Okay, cool. Angelo?
Yeah. So can we make a new tier?
Hey, get the fuck out of here, man.
Nah, man, he doesn't deserve that. But listen, Hypia, that was quick.
That was fast. That was done in like 40 seconds.
I'm not gonna. That might be the quickest we've ever agreed or something. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, next up, Jaap Stam. Let's make this one quick as well. We all know he's the one that got in a famous bust up with Fergie at like a petrol station or something. I don't even know what that story is all about. But yeah, and obviously he was at Lazio first. He was a beast. Went to United. He was brilliant there. Was he part of United's treble winning team?
Yes. 99. He was, yeah. He was.
Yeah, he was in 99. Yeah.
Again, that's 2000, but we'll let that carry over. And then after that, I think he went back to Serie A. he was still very good afterwards, actually, and obviously was a top defender for Holland. But we know that Holland haven't won anything. I don't think Holland have actually ever won anything apart from the Euros in 1988, or I think so, yeah, with Van Basten and that. So yeah, obviously he's got no international honors, but he's got a lot of club honors, Champions League, league titles in Serie A and Premiership. Top defender. People always rave about Jaap Stam and how good he was. That's one thing I'll give him credit for. He has huge respect within the game. So Jess, I'll let you start with this one, and let's make this one quick, bro. Where you putting?
Jaap Stam, man, that geezer was a barbarian. As a player, I say, yeah, he was top quality, man. I'm gonna put him in great, slap him in great there. Didn't have much memory of watching him play, yeah, but from the tapes and that, this guy, yeah, I liked how he played. He was a warrior, but he was just kind of that brick at the back in it. So yeah, no more than great for me still.
Cool. Jerome?
Shouldn't be on the list.
Oh,
Ouch.
No, chill.
He hasn't even explained himself. Okay.
he just dropped the mic and cut.
No, it's because I told him to make this one quick. So when he said it, I said, "Hey, you gotta move on, bro."
I do this at least once a week. He's a world-class player, though. Was he part of the treble?
Yeah, let me. Why you go? Let me double check. But yeah, I believe he was.
Quick one. He didn't really do nothing for me internationally. That's why it's going to break it down. But I think Jesse said great. I think I'm going to agree with Jesse on this one.
Cool. And Rush?
No, he's world class for me, man. He's a world class. Where I remember at one stage, the only defender I knew was
He
Stam.
started Champions League final, by the way. He started Champions League final.
Yeah, like like if I'm just pulling up some of his accolades. He's got accolades at PSV. Yeah, he's got leagues there. He's got cups there. Yeah, he's got Premier League titles. I think he's got 3. Got FA Cups. He's got Champions League. I'm not even saying that dead cup, but he's got the Coppa Italia. He's got the Super Coppa Italia. He's got I think he's got medals in every club that he's actually played for, and the individual accolades that he's got are amazing. Yeah, for Holland. I don't even remember another defender at all. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I remember when he was at Man United, he was solid as a rock. He would chief up anyone. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like Jaap Stam to me is world class legend status, and I don't think he should be anything less than high legend. High world class, low legend for me.
Okay, and Jeff.
Ability-wise, Stam is close to Hall of Fame for me, ability-wise. In terms of what was actually done in his actual career, albeit it's not totally his fault, world class.
Yeah. You know, to keep it quick, I'd put him world class. Yeah, I'll put him world class as well. I think Rash said what Rash said there. Yeah, I think why he did not do anything internationally for a long time. He was the only Dutch defender of any real credibility in terms of real high status. So yeah, man. For me, Jaap Stam world class, and yeah, let's keep that one quick. People, don't worry, we're coming to you. Let's see what you guys are saying in the comments. Well, big up, not too much disagreement so far. I think our list is looking pretty good. I don't think there should be too much complaints so far, apart from maybe Van Dijk could have been Hall of Fame, but maybe you can revisit that one. But yeah, next up, Jerome Boateng. Like I said, let's keep this one quick. Jerome Boateng, obviously, he's an interesting character because he's got 2 real career highlights. One of them is winning the World Cup and arguably being man of the match in the final, and the other highlight is getting dropped by Messi in the semi-final of the Champions League. So I don't know. For me as a defender, that's such an iconic, embarrassing moment that has to bring you down at least 1 tier. Like, you can never be Hall of Fame with that on your resume. So yeah, Jeff, I'll let you kickstart Boateng, man. He's won the treble with Bayern Munich twice. He's won 2 trebles with Bayern Munich, so 2 Champions Leagues. He's won the World Cup. I mean, accolades wise, he's stacked, man. So where are you putting Boateng?
Now he can look at his mental piece and be happy. But in terms of this list, hey, Jerome, respectfully kick rocks, please.
No, it's got to be great at least. Massive kick rocks.
shit!
No, he shouldn't be here.
Man said kick rocks.
No, Messi. If you get dropped by Messi in that fashion, and you gotta look at your kids in the morning, no, man, no. I'm not taking orders from you. Go do your homework. Do you see what Messi did to you, Dad? No.
Sorry. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Listen, if anyone ever did that to me in a game and made me drop like that, I don't even, boy. Like I said, I'm doing the quick, hamstring one.
Yeah, he's got
quick hamstring. I'm off. But yeah, so Jeff is saying off this list. Jess, what are you saying?
Yeah, so that whole thing with Messi, that's a bit of a drag in it. He was one of my favorite. He's one of my favorite centre backs until that moment. I lost all credibility for him. But despite that, leading up until that point, he was a great defender though, and obviously he's got the accolades as well. I don't know. He's got to be on the list. Let's be real. But as well, there was that German defence as well as his defensive unit. That Germany team was great. So yeah, no, I'm going to whack him in great still. Great is where he belongs, I think. Great. Still.
Cool. You know?
Look, I'm not gonna judge one man on what Messi done to him. It's the most embarrassing thing. When Jeff said, "How could you look at your kids in the morning, fam?" That hurt me. Imagine. Go do your homework. Wait, what? You got? Jeff kills me, bro. Hey, listen. But what I'm saying, I'm not gonna judge you on one game, bro. Messi, come on. Of all people, Messi did that to you. Come on, that's understandable, bro. If it was someone like,
it's not. Nah,
that's a career ender, bro.
It's Messi.
Nah,
bro,
I don't Messi drop people like that, bro. His body literally went two directions when he was going down. Nah, man.
He looked like Davinson Sanchez the other day.
Yeah, literally. That was a low blow. That was a low blow, man.
Where's this guy on the list?
Hey, but yeah, do you know, man? Finish up.
No, yeah, sorry. Jesse made a good point in regards to him playing in the World Cup, and God, we got to look at it. And he was pivotal to that. Like, let's be honest. And Bayern Munich, you know. And as you said, I'm going. Look, this is gonna shock everyone. But I'm going between two things here because I'm not fuck the Messi thing, bro. I'm going between world class and great. But if I should choose one, I'm gonna step outside the box. I'm going world class, man, because he's won too much. Bro.
Jesus,
I'm going world class. He won. Oh, you can't win all these. I know Bundesliga. I know it's not that kind of league. But World Cups and Champions Leagues, bro, I've got to give it to him, bro. And he was playing in the finals. Do you know what I mean?
He was.
All of them.
Rash, you have the last say. So far we've got 3 different figs.
Yeah, Jeff is just disrespecting the thing. So he makes this list, and to me, the Messi thing brings him down from where I was going because he's got great accolades, bruv. Like he's got 2 Champions League, 7 La Liga, flipping Super Cups, World Cup, came to England for the dead city and still got an FA Cup. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like he's world class for me. Nothing less. World class. He's good with his feet. He's a good solid defender. He's athletic as well. He's been playing up until now. He's reaching them ages where certain men would have already retired, but he's doing well. He's playing good football even at this age. He had to leave obviously the top tier stuff alone. Do you know what I mean? As far as I'm concerned, because of where he's at now. But yeah, man, top quality player, man. And as Jesse said, man, in that German squad, he was also a pivotal force in that back line as well. So yeah, nothing less than world class for me.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go with great purely because he definitely should be on the list, 100%. I'm only gonna put him great because from the people that we've got up there so far, not even considering the rest. If you have to tell me, hey John, tomorrow you're gonna play against one centre back, who would you like to play against? He'd be the number 1 pick from the list we have so far because just purely because he's the one I look at and he's got that moment of pure liability in him.
one game, John. One
No,
game.
No. We're gonna forget his time in City.
Leave the Messi thing. We've all
Leave the
seen
boy
Boateng.
alone at City. He wasn't established.
I'm talking about buying.
Yeah. Forget the City thing. Forget the City thing. I've seen Boateng have way too many games where I'm like, this guy's on the ropes. Like, he is on the ropes this game. And he's being dragged by the rest of his team. So, but I can't take away his accolades. For me, his accolades superb. And I think one of you mentioned it. His ball playing ability from the back is elite. He might be one of the best passing centre-backs I've ever seen. But as a defender, I'm sorry, like, I just can't pull you world class as a defender if it's one of those ones where I'm like, you know what? If I was fit, I could give him a game. I just can't. I can't rock with that. Still, I can't rock with that. So I'm gonna put him great. But yeah, Jeff, you were a bit disrespectful saying not on this list, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Now, respectfully, like he shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Respectfully. There's a lot of respect in it.
We've got a tiebreaker, so let's see what you guys are saying. Tiebreaker for Boateng. M-Dog saying Messi knocked him off this list. Career was over. Opinion Guna saying Boateng should be
Won the Champions League after that.
He did. Boateng should be in great and best. No, I'm not taking that away from him. Listen, I just think, like Rash said, the Messi thing kind of takes you down one tier. And for me, that takes you down from world class to great.
John, what I'm saying is, then you bounce back and win the Champions League and the Bundesliga in the same season. To treble in the next. Come on.
Yeah, but
he bounced back.
I hear you. You know what? You're right. I might change my mind. I might. Jaap saying Messi made him do Booker T 5 times. Yeah, that's peak. Booker T. I said Booker T, legend. I'm trying to say Boateng great, but legendary career. Yeah. Adam saying Boateng get off the list.
Thank you, Adam.
Be there, bro. M-Dog hates him, bro. That's like the third time. Ed saying Boateng great because of accolades. RX saying 2 Champions League, a World Cup, and 8 Bundesligas, but he should not be on this list. I'm worried now. LOL, what do you think Messi will do to Jaap Stam? He wouldn't do that.
Stam will break him. What?
Jaap Stam will yamming, bro.
Jaap Stam's not going down like that, man. Jaap Stam, Jalil's not going down like that.
Nah,
I'm putting it out there now, bro. Jalil knows. Messi made him go sunbathe at the beach. Right,
John, if that happened to me, if someone did that to me on a pitch and we played together many times, I'm asking your dad to take you off ASAP.
Oh, don't worry, I'll tell my dad to take you off. Like I say, we can have some real legend, not Hall of Fame. John, what did you do? You see, it's always me. I ain't even done nothing. I need to get that Balotelli shirt. Val saying, fam, I hate when people consider World Cup. Some players would never win that. You have to play for certain nations to stand a chance. Very true.
Fair.
That's a very true statement, but that's the nature of the game, bro. I can't even lie to you. Ed saying, no way is Boateng's level with Van Dijk. Oh, my God. Boateng, great. Prime Messi is spinning any centre-back, if we're honest. Bro, not like that, man. Not like that. So, I think overall we had a few more greats. So for now, we'll put Boateng in great. So yeah, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. He done well. Boateng, you've had a great career, man. I can't even lie to you. But yeah, that Messi thing, it's just never gonna be moved from your record, bro. But yeah, man. Listen. Yeah. But yeah, so next up we got JT, Mr. John Terry. Boy, what can we say about JT, man? Obviously, he's won everything in the game except obviously internationally. Obviously, he had the iconic moment of missing the penalty in 2008. That would have had Chelsea win the Champions League a few years before, but we all know what he's about. Captain, leader. I think he won 5 Premier Leagues in total, 1 Champions League. Very similar when you look at his accolades, actually, to what Rio did in his career, funnily enough. Won an FA Cup. I think he won everything club level. Obviously, internationally, nothing, like I said, which richly mirrors Rio Ferdinand. Obviously, we all know about the controversy with the racism incident with Anton Ferdinand, but at the end of the day, as we did for Suarez, as we did with Toni Kroos, we got to keep it to the football. and judge him on what he did as a footballer. And yeah, leaving aside any other personal stuff that we also know about. But yeah, Jess, I'll come to you first with this one, actually. John Terry.
So JT, big JT.
Big JT.
I think it's only right we give him legendary status. If we're going to put Cannavaro there, he was the captain leader of that team. Yeah, I think he sits nicely there next to Cannavaro and Rio. Yeah, he was a good defender, and of course, it being in that same Chelsea defence that dominated the league, and it was unstoppable. That wall there. I think it would be a dishonour to him to put him anywhere less than legend. I think he is a legend in my eyes. Yeah.
Cool. Angelo?
Yeah, I mean, I hear what you're saying, John Terry. I mean, the only thing I'll say is that Carvalho has obviously gone to Real Madrid and fit into another system, whereas John Terry stayed in the same team with different managers. I understand that. For me, might not be an easy one to swallow, especially for a lot of Chelsea fans. I'm gonna go world class. He's world class. I'll say one thing though. I'll say one thing. For someone who hasn't got that much pace, he's probably maybe top 3 in this list, position-wise, the best position-wise. He could get himself in the best position to stop people. Because he didn't have no pace, but he could still make them stops and blocks. When his head has done his thing, even got knocked out a few times, trying to head ball the ball off the floor from this much. Do you know what I mean?
Where did that come from?
It came from the heart. It came from the heart, because
Big up
the heart, man. But yeah, keep going.
Big up Anton Ferdinand. Anyway.
Keep it on the football. Let's go.
Yeah, so but look, just to get off football one more time as well, he is kind of a legend. Do you know what I mean?
I know what you think that.
Why was Giggs a legend?
Wait, Jalil, because of what you say, world class, yeah. All right, Rash, what are you saying?
You can't ignore the scumbaggery. Yeah, it was done while he was a footballer in his career. Yeah, so I have to judge him because look, I do. Yo, Jalil's gone. I do take into account popularity and opinion and stuff like that, and your personal life. Unfortunately, I have to because I'm judging the man as well. I am. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're a racist. You're a snake. You know what I'm trying to say? You're doing some real snaky stuff as well. But you're really good. But
no worse than Giggs.
No, I didn't say it. Who's comparing? Apples and oranges, mate. Apples and oranges, mate. Apples and oranges. Snake's a snake. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but he was a flipping great baller. Do you know what I'm trying to say? He was not afraid to go into any tackle. You go in the head first. He was solid. He was a leader. Yeah, he was a goal-scoring defender as well. Got on my nerves. Bang bear against Arsenal. Yeah. But I can't ignore what the man is as well. He didn't achieve well on the international level because of he's playing for England. We all are sufferers of those woes. Do you understand? But he was amazing at Chelsea. Yeah, he was their leader through and through until his legs stopped working. He tried his hardest. I remember that last season, and it just didn't work for him. He still tried. Do you know what I mean? And then he tried to go over. I think, where did he go to? Villa? Did he go Villa to play or something like that afterwards?
Villa,
he went to Villa, and he was part of that devastating Aston Villa team that didn't deserve to even be a football team, I think. I used to watch them play and think, what the hell are they even doing? It's not fair that I get to watch this type of football on a Sunday. Do you know what I mean? So because of his bad reputation.
Yeah, but Rash, you made me rate Sol Campbell as a footballer, so you got to do the same for him.
I don't think Campbell did anything wrong. What did he do? What did he do wrong? I'm just saying. Look, with Campbell, to me, for his career and for like what would have been good for anyone, he made the right decision. Just like we know Kane, he's a gooner, he's over at Tottenham doing bits. He might come back if he wants to win some medals. We understand.
Rivalries aside.
We've got the Gallas situation as well. It happens. It's okay. Don't worry about that. But how you are with your man them and how you are to a whole race of people is very important to me. And that's what knocks him off of legendary spot, knocks him off of world-class spot and goes straight into great.
Whoa.
I'm joking. World-class.
What I would say quickly is, I think when we're rating player, I think we should just speak about prime, to be fair. Because I was going a bit off topic, to be fair. So I just want to bring it back and just say, let's talk about prime.
These guys, their prime, some of their prime was before 2000, so it wouldn't have been fair. But
okay, fair enough. Yeah, true. It's true.
Yeah, but I understand what you're saying. But no, I stick him in world class.
No, that's true. Jeff, what are you saying? You got the last vote, bro. What are you saying?
All right, let me just start off with disrespect first. So John Terry's mum was caught shoplifting flip-flops, a tracksuit, leggings, and pet food in 2009.
Yo, this is going way too personal, bro.
No, I'm just saying.
I saw his mum on a WhatsApp video or something like that.
Yeah, no, she sold £800 worth of clothes and groceries from Tesco and M&S.
In the comments on our neck, bro.
Like, come at me, bruv. No, I'm joking.
No, I'm just saying. So, yeah, I just wanted to read the headline. That was the headline. So, £800 worth of groceries and a tracksuit from Tesco and M&S. So yeah, I just wanted to start there. He clarted Wayne Bridges' missus, and he's a racist. I just wanted to start there. So now I got all of the negativity out of the way. As a defender, I can't hide the fact that he was fantastic. Him and Carvalho for a period were great back there, and then even him with people like Alex, who ain't as good, he still shined. For his club, he's a complete and utter legend. In football, man,
be real. Get it out.
I would go with world class.
Okay. So, hey,
that's just to be clear, like the Carvalho one, I said he was world class too. But if we were to rank them, Carvalho is in a higher bracket of world class for me, and John Terry is in like the mid bracket of world class because I'm ranking it in like tiers within tiers, if that makes sense. So,
okay. Let's see what the people are saying. There's been a lot of comments flying in, I'm not gonna lie. JT, man like JT. Let's see what people are saying. Ed saying, yo, is there a message for me, Ed? Let me know. Agree saying John Terry legend. Jaap saying racist shouldn't be on the list. Ed saying JT world class. Falak saying if you put this man in Hall of Fame, I will unfollow you. He's not even real level. You can legit go in the bin. Damn. She hates Chelsea. Alan saying JT legend. Ed saying actually legend. He helped United win Champions League.
I had to think about that for a minute.
Yeah, that's slip. Yeah.
That was slick, bruv.
That was nicely done.
KD saying JT legend. Let's be real. I could have been biased and did a wild thing and stood Hall of Fame, but in reality, JT can show in legend. Simple. You know what? Big up to you, KD. That is real honest. I can't lie. I'd say nowhere in hell level is real. Val saying John Terry was a top defender until he retired. He never relied on pace, and that helped him in the later years. I think he made the FIFA World 11 pretty much every year in his career. I'd pull him Hall of Fame, but he's a bit of a legend. Say no more. Jalil, because he would stay back as last man, would always let his partner do the dirty work. Then he would clean up. Don't rate it world class for me. Yeah, so he's agreeing with Jalil. RX saying I saw John Terry at the Black Lives Matter march defending Winston Churchill statue.
Oh, yeah, hold on. Yeah.
All right, that's big up Ted AD saying, LOL, why the hell was Ledley King visiting?
Hey, watch that. Watch that.
Don't start. Hey, I'm gonna
Hall
back.
of Famer.
I'm actually gonna back Jess with the. I don't know about the Hall of Famer one, but I'm gonna back Jess. I'm not backing Hall of Fame, but I'm backing Jess with Ledley King. Ed saying, LOL, KD, you're already biased, hence why you said legend. Okay, say no more. So yeah, Ed getting onto people. That's what Ed does. All right, so John Terry goes in world class. You know what?
Was there more world class than legend?
Yeah, in the comments, yeah. No, because remember, because it was you, Jalil, and Jeff all said yeah, and I was kind of torn between legend and world class. So you guys kind of made it kind of easy for me. I didn't really have to say my piece, so I'm calm. All right, Maldini next. You know what? Maldini is an interesting one because at his absolute pomp, he was actually a left back.
Yeah.
But in the 2000s, he converted himself into a centre back. So now this may, I don't know, impact how we view him. But because of obviously time and stuff, I'd like our respect to do the next three quick because obviously I want to give Jess the platform with Ledley King. So yeah, Maldini, I think in the 2000s he's won a couple of Champions League, a couple of Serie A's. He managed to transition really well as a centre back. He was a top player. We know he won World Cup, even though I don't think he was a starting player at the World Cup. I think he was just in the squad, but I'm pretty sure it was Nesta and Cannavaro that was starting centre back. It was, and Grosso was left back. So Maldini wasn't no longer a star for Italy at that point, but he does still have that on his resume. Yeah, I'll put you first with Maldini, man. Where you putting Maldini?
Sorry.
No,
go on, mate.
No, I thought you said Jalil. You said Jess.
No, I did say Jalil. I did say Jalil, to be fair.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I think Jalil, yeah.
No worries. Give me some accolades quickly, please. That's what I'm trying to think because I'm trying to compare him.
From the 2000s, when he actually plays as a centre back, he's won a couple of Serie A's, a couple of Champions League, and he also won a World Cup. As I said, he was a bencher at the World Cup.
He's got legend status. Don't know if that's too much legend status. I'm not gonna say too much unless we debate it, but
yeah, but as a fullback.
Yeah. Rash?
Hard because most of his real work wasn't as a centre back. It was as fullback, and he got most of his accolades whilst he was in that position as well. Obviously, as you get older, you know, your legs don't work as fast as they would normally. So he settled into the centre-back position quite easily because he's a top-quality defender. A lot of people, when they speak of top legendary defenders, they mention Paolo Maldini all the time, especially when you're speaking about Italian legends, AC Milan legends, and so on. He comes from a family of legends, do you understand? But in this particular position, was his status legendary? No, he was coming towards the end of his career. He was a bit tired, didn't play a pivotal role in a lot of the real major games from that transition. So though he's got a Hall of Famers career, and a legendary status, post 2000s, he was a solid centre back with a couple accolades, but still worthy of world class for me.
Yeah. Jess?
Yeah, I agree with that. For me, as it goes, like defenders wise, he's a Hall of Famer, but we're talking about centre backs here. And I think when you're playing that role, he had the quality, he possessed that, and he was a world class defender. Like you say, when we speak about the greats, the all time greats, the goats of the game at the back, Maldini's always mentioned. Like you say, he's definitely Hall of Famer, but if we're talking about full backs, he'd be straight up there. But as it's centre backs, I'm leaning towards world class, lower tier world class as a centre back. That's me.
Okay, and Jaap?
Yeah, of his name, he's a Hall of Famer, but and he's probably a Hall of Famer. Well, he gets more respect because he played for so long. Like, he transcends 2-3 eras. So I think he started in late 80s, and he probably won 5 Champions Leagues. Like, he's done a lot. As a centre back, world class. That's where it stops me. As an overall defender, if we were just talking about best defenders, because he's transcended so many eras, he's won something in each era that he played in, then he's definitely a Hall of Famer. We're talking about that.
And you know what? I agree with all of you. I think he is world class as a centre back, and I think in a way it's actually a compliment that we have him on this list, because that means he was still good enough as a centre back to be considered. Obviously, when we do fullbacks next week, he will definitely be on there again, because we have seen some players that have been able to be on multiple categories, and that just shows how elite you are. But I think as a centre back, given it was a later stage of his career, I think world class is more than fair. But again, I think if anyone wants to say even legend for centre back, like Jalil said, I think that's fair too. But I think world class for what he did at the latter end of his career. I think it's no disrespect, and anyone who actually watches this properly will understand why he's world class, because he was a better fullback than he was a centre back. Next up, Kolo Toure. Let's make the next couple quick. Kolo Toure, Jeff, where you putting it, bro?
Oh man, I was gonna say no, shouldn't be on this list, but I like Kolo Toure. But does that matter?
Depends what case you bring up.
Sorry, taking longer than I should.
What's he won? What accolade?
He's champion, Premier League. Sorry.
Yeah, one Premier League.
You know what? I'm going to say shouldn't be on this list.
Yeah.
Just you agree?
Maybe a bit harsh, but
agreed. I agree. He can go sit with Sami Hypia on the unwanted bench.
Rash?
It's got, what's he got?
One
Premier League with Arsenal. Didn't he get one with City?
No. Yeah, he got one with City as well.
Was he on the bench?
I thought he left for Liverpool at that point. Was he starting City? Yeah.
That's City. Hold on. He got a Premier League with City still.
Okay, but he did. Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, okay. He's got 2 FA Cups, couple of Community Shields. You know what I mean? Like, it's just an English good footballer, isn't it? Like someone with a good English career. Do you know what I mean? On this list, amongst all these guys, I don't think he deserves to be here.
Okay. Angelo?
Yeah, I'll agree with the boys, man. Just keep it quick.
Yeah. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I think that's fair. Should not be on this list. Sorry, Kolo, but that's just how it goes sometimes. Vincent Kompany, it's a shame we got to do him quick, because what a hell of a player he was. I think he won 4 Premier Leagues in the end. No, yeah, 4 Premier Leagues. Part of really the culture setter for Man City, captain, leader, legend. He really summarizes it up. Unbelievable player. Didn't quite do anything for Belgium internationally, like made a semi-final of the World Cup, but no accolades in terms of internationally, and no Champions League as well. Man City in that. But what a player Kompany was, man. Man. Rash, where you putting Vincent Kompany, man?
He needs more conversation, of course, because he's a great player, great defender. One of the centre backs of our time, anyway, in this new era, 100%. He got all of his achievements really at Tottenham. City. I know. I said achievement and Tottenham in the same sentence. This is mad.
Yeah, you didn't get none of those there, mate. You didn't get none of those of us.
Yeah,
none of those.
But but yeah, at City he got it, and he was a real general. You're right. He hasn't achieved a lot on the international level for Belgium. But at the same time, Belgium's not the same without him in the squad as well. That's what I just think personally. I don't want to take him off this list. He's definitely worthy of a world class or a legendary status, but unfortunately, I'm going to give him a great status.
What? Great. You're putting him with Jerome Boateng. They got oh no.
Go on, Jeff.
Kompany, legendary status, legend, Prem legend. This guy, mate, he was a leader of that dominant City team. That City team was unbelievable, and he was their leader. He was the main man there. Yeah, Kompany's a legend, mate. Like the lad said, one of the best centre backs of the Prem era. Yeah, it'd be easy to put him in world class. Yeah, he hasn't got the international accolades or even a Champions League with City, but the way he played, what he done for that club, how he was, the influence and impact, like we talk about that influence and impact someone has on a club, and yeah, he's got to be a legend for me still. Legendary status, definitely.
Yeah. Jerome?
Yeah, man. I think when we were speaking about City a couple of weeks back, and was like, Aguero, he's a good leader from the front, and we put him legendary. Now, if we're talking about leader from the back, Kompany ain't one to mess with, I see where Jesse's coming from. I'm kind of moving towards legendary, because I was gonna go split down the middle to world class, but I'm thinking we always got to think about a few things, in regards to this. You don't win 4 Prem titles, and by far Prem's the hardest league to win. Let's be honest, especially the first time they won it, when they beat United to it just by the points that Aguero goal. Well, Kompany's a bad boy in this, For me, he's a true leader, and he single-handedly, he didn't have a good centre-back partner. He never had a good centre-back partner. Let's be real. From what I can remember, then, and then Stone's got better now. Do you know what I mean? So, having said that, well, only a legend can carry teams, especially at the back, man. So, I know a lot of people are going to say Van Dijk did that for Liverpool, but that was 2 seasons. My man's got 4 Premier League titles, bro. Do you know what I mean? Internationally, he didn't really do it. Neither did Aguero still got legendary. That's just my case. I think he deserves to be a legend, but I'm not upset if he hits world class somewhere.
Okay, and Jeff?
I'm teetering between world class and... No, I'm not teetering. World class is where he should be. Prem legend, to me, he's kind of like in the Rio Ferdinand kind of bracket, like an all-rounder, like quick, strong, dominant. But yeah, he's a Prem legend, but in the overall game, I can't say he's a legend. Personally, I don't think he had enough to be an overall legend. And even in the 4 Premier Leagues won, I'm sure, if I remember correctly, 1 or 2 of them were harped with several injuries. So it wasn't just he played and they won 4 Premier Leagues. Don't get me wrong, the first one, amazing. The last one, amazing. But overall, I'd say world class.
Yeah, okay. You know what? I'm actually going to go with world class as well, high-tier world class. I think he was an unbelievable defender, one of the best one-on-one defenders around. Very similar to Rio Ferdinand, like you said. I think, yeah, just the fact that that City just underperformed so much in Champions League kind of brings him down a bit. This guy
won a Prem. He won a Prem player next to Lescott, Jolie and Lescott. Like,
that's a fair point, to be fair. That's a fair point.
This guy never had a solid pairing like this. If if Rio's up there, he's got to be in the same tier as Rio.
You just reminded me that he actually also won a Premier League with Demichelis, which is even worse than Lescott.
He carried that defense, bro, and they were dominant.
But didn't they have a good midfielder as well? Didn't they have the
Fernandinho
right in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, as well, sitting in front of him beforehand as well. Like it wasn't all, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kompany's sick. I don't want you guys to get the wrong idea. I think Kompany's one of the best defenders to bless the Premier League, and when he scored, he really scored. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like they were real goals. Do you know what I mean? So
big player,
big player, big game player. Do you know what I'm trying to say? In big matches as well. You know what I mean? Solid. But we got to me, I just gotta keep it real, bro. Like he was definitely world class and stuff like that, but it was just that City. 2 of those seasons, he was majorly pivotal for City. And yeah, man, yeah. So
Centurions, bro, like arguably one of the best Prem sides there's been, and he was their leader.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I think if Kompany goes to legend, I'll change my vote for Rio to be Hall of Fame.
I'm not angry at that.
I'm happy with. I'm happy, even though I voted for my man to be great. I'm happy for him to be in world class with the rest.
You know
of
what?
the
Let me see what the people are saying, because I'm gonna stick with world class for now. But let me see what the people are saying. Big up Sarah saying JT and Ferdinand Hall of Fame. Ed saying Kompany legend. Opinion Guru saying world class. Ted D saying LOL, oh my god, shocking business. I can't wait for this Ledley King guy. Or he's just waiting for Ledley King. RX saying wait, Kolo Toure shouldn't be on the list. Make a new category called bin and deposit Ledley King in there, please. A lot of Ledley King slander already. We ain't even got to him.
Yeah, you don't need to chill out, man.
Big up the real Lukaku. Hope you're blessed, bro. Saying Arsenal going to be in the mud at the weekend, bro. You always hope praying for our downfall, man. It's
Come
sad.
on, you're gonna be in the mud, B. Harry Kane show.
Moments which essentially helped Man City win the league, which was against Leicester, and I think United. That's very true. Big game player for sure. RX saying Kompany has no Champions Leagues. They do not know who Kompany is in Europe. I bet they know Van Dijk. That's a strange statement. Ed statement. He even won Player of the Year. RX saying, I can't believe Van Dijk is in world class. Hey, bro, you just gotta let that go, man, because I've seen you about 15 times now. Like, you just gotta let it go, man. He won Player of the Season. Yeah, that's a madness.
A centre back.
What he is not on Rio's level. You guys need to move Rio to Hall of Fame if you're putting him into legend. Van Dijk won Player of the Season and UEFA Men's Player of the Year award. That's true, but sorry. Lukaku saying, "Oi, Juve conceded." Yeah, I saw that. Juve are 1-0 down. I think just came through now. Adam saying, "Kompany world class." Juve bound eyes peak, man. Ronaldo's gone, man. It's sad. Ted Adi saying Kompany can't be higher than JT.
Huh?
Yeah, I hear that. So I'm not gonna lie. What was the majority of the comments saying? It was kind of mixed between legend and world class, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, people weren't really decisive on Kompany. I'm not gonna lie. Still, for now, you know what? Let's keep him because Rash said great as kind of like a stabilizer. Let's put him in world class because we got 1 great, we got 2 world class, and we got 2 legends. So it's kind of a middle act. Let's keep him in world class for now. All right, next up, Ledley King. Jess, take it away.
He had no cartilage in his knee for like 9 years.
No, I said Jess, not Jeff.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry.
Jess was ready to go.
This guy,
like he was dead for 10 years.
He had that slander ready, like a shotgun, ready to go. Ledley King. All right, you lot made me put aside my bias for Sol Campbell, but for this one, I'm not in it. There's no other place for him than Hall of Fame for me, innit? This guy is a legendary centre back, mate. If it weren't for the knees, he would have been the best centre back in the history of the game. Yeah, I'll put my bias aside for all of this, but Ledley King, you can't chat to me in it, and all the slander that I'm seeing in the comments, it's disgraceful, to be honest. But all seriousness, he was a world class defender in it. Obviously, he was at Tottenham, so he was never going to win anything, and didn't do nothing for England neither. The injuries kind of plagued his career. But yeah, this guy, Ledley King, he's a club legend for me, Spurs legend. Hadn't he been injured, he probably would have been one of the better English centre-backs that we've generated. But yeah, he's got to be Hall of Fame. I'm not going to say nothing less. I'm not going to put it down. I'm not going to play it down. No, I'm not going to do it. He's got to be Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame. Right, that's it.
All right, so we got Hall of Fame from Jess for Ledley King. I'm just going to leave it up to you, Jalil, Rash, and Jeff. Who wants to go next?
I think Jeff's ready.
Yeah, yeah. He had no cartilage in his knee for like 9 years. Don't get me wrong, he did well to even play a game a week at times because his knee's literally just rubbing against itself. So well done to him for lasting that long. Like, that's sick. But you know what? Like, he might be a club legend of like 200 appearances in like 27 years, but no. Hey, Ledley. No, on ability, don't get me wrong, one of the best English centre backs on ability, but the list isn't just about ability. So Ledley, kick rocks respectfully. Thank you, sir.
All right, cool. So far we got one Hall of Fame, one shouldn't be on this list. Rash, what you saying?
Yeah, Ledley is a real G. Like, he's a real soldier. I have to rate him. I'll never forget watching him when he did play football. He always came off 2 packs of ice on his knees because he was putting in the mad work. He ain't got no knees. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But yeah, when he was on the pitch, he put in a shift, very difficult to get past, firm defender. I also am one to believe that if he didn't have dodgy knees, that he would have become one of the England's better defenders, and centre-backs probably definitely would have made the England squad as well. But you're injured all the time. You don't win nothing because you play for a shit club. You don't win anything over your entire career. You don't do nothing for England. But you're a soldier. You're not on my list. You're not on the list.
Angelo?
Nah, come on, man.
Not on the
That was
list.
respectful.
It was
I hate
respectful.
the guy, but he's not on the list.
He was more
No, you said
respectful.
You said he was a world-class defender, so at least he's got to be in great then, at least, man.
No, the reason why he can't is because he didn't have enough appearances, and he didn't have game remembering moments against top clubs that I can remember.
Because you didn't watch, you would have remembered him, would you? Obviously, he's a Spurs player.
Bruv, every single team was a top club against Tottenham them days. He didn't have a good day, yeah. I would have remembered, yeah. I would have remembered. He didn't have a good game, yeah. But what I'm saying is that ratings to the guy, I think he was a good baller. He had a heart of a lion. When he was on the pitch as well, he made Tottenham look really good from the back. But we have to call a spade a spade. He just shouldn't be on this list.
Okay.
And you said John Terry was racist.
That was brilliant. I can't even lie. That was too good, man. Hey, Jalil, where you going, man? Where you going with it?
Look. You know, Ledley King, bad boy. Bad boy. All these ifs and buts. I mean, what? If Jim's gonna fuck up his knee, he'll be professional. I think my mama's Jim still.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
No, come on. Yo, this is mad.
Look, let's be real. Well, the funny thing is, yeah, I was gonna compare him to Gallas, and Gallas ain't even on the fucking list. He's no.
I forgot Gallas. I'm not
He's arguably Tottenham's best centre back going, the ability and everything, but unfortunately, he can't make this list. He can make the Tottenham list.
Nah, you
Hey, Jess, you know what?
Alderweireld is better than him.
Jess, out of respect, I would have put Ledley King in great.
yeah.
Out of respect.
That's an unbiased vote there, isn't it? I can appreciate that. But yeah, no, and to be honest, I can appreciate why you man would say she should not be on the list. There's no great defenders out there that spend half their careers injured with a knee injury. And we're talking the cream of the crop. For me, in my eyes, he's always going to be Hall of Fame, of course, but I'm a Yid in it, so it's different for me. But I can understand why he would not be on the list.
Yeah, no, fair enough. We're gonna. Yeah, man, we're gonna wrap up the next two quite quickly. So I'm gonna go through your comments. Lukaku saying, "Gotta respect the era you're fighting in now. The players are snowflakes." RX saying, "John, your savior Ronaldo's looking like Milner. Don't ever put him in the same sentence again, please." Ledley King, world class from Ed.
No, Hall of Famer. He's not a real Spurs fan, man. What the hell is that?
No, Ed's actually a United fan. That's what I'm saying. My bro's a United
Oh, is
fan.
it?
Yeah, he got
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
If you didn't agree with him, King should have been world class, but he's great. Okay, so people have said he should be on the list. Fair play. RX saying, why has this been longer than Hypia? I'll make this one quick. Head saying, take this picture away. RX saying, this show is clearly anti-Liverpool. How can Hypia have a 30-second convo and Ledley King has lasted 10 minutes? You know what?
There's a Spurs fan on the show, no Liverpool fans. That's why.
Pay respect to Spurs players. So that's why. Anyway, we keep it moving. Ledley King goes in great. So, Lucio, let's keep Lucio. Let's make, you know what?
How did he make it there? Wait, Jalil, what did you make King?
Rash, don't pressure the thing, Rash. Just leave
wait,
it be.
I thought we was keeping it fair. Jalil, where did you make King?
No. We said no. You guys all said shouldn't be on the list. So I was playing around. Don't worry.
No, those three shouldn't be on the list. Three shouldn't be on the list. One great and one Hall of Fame. And if you average it out, that makes him great.
It does make him great.
Wow.
It does make him great.
But we still got to do it on most votes. Good try, though, Jack. I'm not gonna lie. Ledley King will appreciate that still. Listen, let's do. Let's try and wrap this up because I think so we can catch Juventus' second half because it's looking sticky for my guy Ronnie out here. Lucio, Brazilian legend. I think he won the treble with Inter. I think he won the World Cup as well in 2002, playing centre back for Brazil. He was just a beast, marauding centre back. Yeah, man. Jalil, Lucio, let's make this quick. Let's make it quick.
Yeah, I'll rate Lucio, man. If I'm honest. To be fair, this might be a sticky one, but I've got two. He's been between legend and world class for me. I can't put him great or shouldn't be on this list. And Hall of Fame, obviously, but he's done it all. I'm gonna say legend and leave the arguments for after.
Okay, Rash.
I think he's had a world class career, no doubt. I think there's no doubts in that.
Okay, so you're saying world class, yeah? Okay, and Jeff.
World class, beast at Bayer Leverkusen, beast at Inter. Beast at Munich, no? He was in Munich.
He was in Munich, yeah.
Beast for Brazil. World-class teams fitting.
Yeah.
Okay, and Jess?
Yeah, no, I'd agree with world-class. That 2002 World Cup was the first one that I can properly remember. And I actually remember him being in that Brazil team. And yeah, he was quality, yeah. I'd put him in world-class. That's quite an easy one to slot in there, I think.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I agree with you guys. World-class, that's easy for me. Top player, Lucio. You know what? I think so far our list is looking quite fair. Really, you should never have too many Hall of Famers and legends. And so I think so far it's fair. I mean, next up we got Jamie Carragher. I don't know who wants to do Jamie Carragher. Rash, take it away, Jamie Carragher, man.
Right, quick things. Jamie Carragher, solid shot stopper. Great leader on the pitch as well and everything like that. Abysmal with his feet. He was old school style. He was shit slow. Old school style of defender, which was very solid, but in a new school style of football, it just didn't complement him as well. He was always part of that dead Liverpool team that no one expected to get off of Channel 5 TV. But it just... Like, I'm keeping it real. We all know what it is. Carragher, he was a good defender alongside people like... Yeah, he shouldn't be on the list.
Okay, shouldn't be on the list. Jess?
Yeah, shouldn't be on the list, I don't think. He's spitting on people from his car. The guy's a scumbag. He's a better pundit than he ever...
Like that.
He's a much better pundit than he ever was a defender. He was part of that Champions League winning team. So and I suppose he was quite a leader figure in that kind of team. But he can go sit with Sami Hypia. I think if we're putting Ledley King on the list, then there's a lot of these men that need to be sitting there as well. To be honest.
Fair enough. Jeff?
Yeah, Carragher respectfully kick rocks, man.
Hey, a lot of guys are starting to kick rocks. And Jalil, what are you saying?
I'll say this: if Messi can make Boateng go down in the list, then Henry has destroyed this guy off this list. Into the list.
I forgot about that. Oh,
Never forget,
piggyback this guy. And piggyback this guy. That's mad.
There you go.
You get taken on a piggyback.
I'll leave it there.
Well said, man.
Yeah, no, you know what? Well said. And you know what? I'd even forgotten that one too. And yeah, you know, it almost, you know what? The Carragher one with Henry is so bad. It almost is as bad as Boateng getting dropped by Messi, but it's not that bad. Yeah, so Carragher goes and should not be on this list, and I wholeheartedly agree with that. Let me check what the people are saying quickly. Big up to everyone still here. Smash that like button, people. Appreciate you all tuning in as well. I know there's Champions League games going on right now, so you guys are really showing your commitment. Much love for that. Pretty agree with Lucio's world class. Carragher is dead food. There's no way he's better than Hypia. Adam saying Carragher get off the list. Henry took him to the cleaners. Yeah, I think yeah, he's off the list. Now next up, we got Carlos Puyol. Obviously, Puyol. We spoke about a bit about Chiellini, and he's a similar type of defender, touch tight, physical, no nonsense. Only difference with him is that he has every accolade in the book. He's got La Ligas, he's got Champions League, he's got Copa del Rey, he's got the Euros, he's got the World Cup. He was the captain, he was the leader, he represented Barcelona. I mean, Puyol. Jeff, where you putting Puyol, man?
Yeah, Puyol deserves legendary status for me. Yeah, he's just a multiple winner. That's just what it is. Like, won everything with Barca, Spain. It's a great career. I can't see anything else but legend for him.
Okay. Jess?
Puyol, you know, this guy, I'm not going to lie, for me, he is a strong Hall of Fame candidate. When you think about the Barcelona team and the Spain team that he played in, and the way he used to drag that team through, and he out of everyone in the list, I think this guy has definitely got the accolades, the way he played, his role in those teams. He's got a strong case to be in Hall of Fame. Definitely legend. But yeah, no, Puyol, it's a tricky one. I'm not going to lie, but out of all of them, I think that this guy's got a very, very strong case to be in the Hall of Fame. If we're talking about the greats, if you want to say the top three centre backs that you can think of, a lot of people are going to say Puyol in that three. So yeah, it's a bit of a reach, and I know it's a big shout, but I'm gonna put him in Hall of Fame because he's top of the game, man. He's one of the best ever.
Okay. Just before I come to you, Jalil, and Rash, an interesting point here, which just to give you guys some perspective, Opinion Guru saying Puyol was tricky, but I'd actually give him great. He wasn't actually a good defender. He just was hard on his sleeve, which made him look better than he was. And then he said he'd put him in world class for all he's won. So interesting perspective there. So Jalil, man, take it away, Puyol.
I'm gonna have to agree fully with Jesse. Puyol is one of the best. He's won every single thing a number of times. He pivoted that back defense, and he was a leader. He led that line, you know. Let's not forget that. We're gonna big up all these people, Ferdinand, and you know, all these people. I can go on for days, bro. Puyol's a leader. He's done that at Barca, and he's done that at Spain, and his accolades are heavier than every single person on this page, and we can look for it 10 times. And he's pivotal as a defender. He's a Hall of Famer defender.
100%. I agree.
Rash?
Yeah, Hoff for me. Nothing less. When I think about this whole page that I'm looking at, besides two men, he's my favorite defender on this whole grid. Yeah, besides two guys, I'm not even going to mention the guys because they didn't make it, but to where I wanted them to go. But to me, he is defense. When I think of defender, all-round defender, I think of him. I think of him being part of the best Barcelona teams. I think of him being the leader and the captain of those Barcelona teams. And I see him as being the leader and the captain of that beautiful Spain team that would look like it would never ever lose a game. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
He's respected by players as that. Do you know what I'm trying to say? He's the boss. So for me, he doesn't deserve anything less than Hoff status.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
You know what? I would have given him legend, but I have no arguments with Hall of Fame. No,
Never. Never.
What's that? Yeah, I don't think anyone can really argue. I understand about the point opinion Guna said about he played with his heart and his sleeve, but I think he was actually a good defender. I'm not gonna lie. I don't remember many times where I watched Puyol and said he got ripped today. I don't really remember that too often.
Never. That never happened, bro. You never.
Yeah, couple Arsenal man. That's about it. Couple Arsenal man. That's it.
Boy, hey,
Bentner and them man there.
Yeah, me.
Hey.
One thing I remember about Puyol when it says is that kind of, I can't remember what game it was or whatever, but I remember him dragging Pique off the touchline after someone scored a goal against them, and that kind of sums up what he was about. He had his head down. This guy picked him up and dragged him off the floor and said, "Let's go get it." And it was just his character, the kind of person he was on that pitch, and he was just different.
They don't make players like that anymore, do they? You know what I mean?
Nah, mate, not at all.
Those players ain't coming back, man. Next up, Nesta. Nesta actually one of my personal favorites actually as a centre back. I think Nesta's actually a little bit underrated. Top player, won everything in the game except the Euros. He won the World Cup as a starting player. Was almost as good as Cannavaro. In that run that Italy had, won Serie A's with Inter, with AC Milan, won Champions League with AC Milan, I think 2. He was just a top defender, man. I'm not going to lie. Nesta is up there for me. So, Jalil, I'll come to you with Nesta first. Where you putting Nesta, man?
What's his? Just remind me of his accolades quickly, because I know what he's like a player. Give me his accolades.
Everything
except the Euros.
Everything but the Euros.
Yeah, so he's won World Cup as well.
Legend.
Yeah, mate.
Legend.
Malta. Yeah.
Legend, yeah. I think, you know what? To keep this one quick, we all agree legend for Nesta?
I won't say anything less.
Yeah.
Would you say anything more, though? Yeah, I'm not going to lie. Nesta's top tier for me. I'm not going to lie, because that Italian team, like, it's the same reasons we put Cannavaro up there. We've got to consider Nesta for them same reasons, because he was part of that same defense. And it's when you think of that old school Italian defense, like, it's just, he's up there, man. He's got to be. It's. I think legend is fair, but it's debatable whether he'll be in the Hall of Fame sitting with them man up there. I'm not going to lie.
I would have put him as Hoff.
Yeah.
So you're putting him as Hoff?
I was going to say Hall of Fame. Yeah.
Okay, Jess, are you going Hoff or legend?
I'm going to go Hall of Fame still. I'll put him in Hall of Fame, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Jeff?
Yeah, personally, he's my favorite defender.
Not gonna lie, I love Nesta.
I'm just trying to see what's the most logical one. Like, I don't know. I don't want to say it with my heart and just say he's Hall of Fame because he's my favorite defender. Or
nah, go there. If you go there, I'm going there.
Yeah, do it, man.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, because it's Hall of Fame. Forget it. It's Hall of Fame.
It's gotta be.
I'm not gonna lie, I agree, man. I think Nesta, for me, he might be one of my favorite defenders as well. There was something about that guy that he never looked rattled.
Ever.
And it was unique in that era. Like, he never looked rattled. He was just elite.
Just like a grown man from forever, innit? Some grown man defender.
Bro,
from day one.
From 25, he looked 50, bro.
Trust me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Messi ain't making him drop like Boateng, that's for sure. Yeah, you know, that was a big at Boateng.
Debatable.
He is my favorite defender on the page still.
Our ex saying Puyol Hall of Fame. Said, wait, hold on. I went away to watch Juve get slapped, and I come back to see Lucio is lower than Carvalho. Can't lie, Rash, I thought you would save us here. Lucio is a legend. Lucio could be a legend. I'm not gonna lie. Lucio could have been a legend.
I said legend for Lucio. But...
He did say Lucio, yeah. Big up my G Arlen saying Carvalho higher than Terry and Maldini. Mad. All right, two things, bro, and I know you've come in late. First of all, Carvalho was probably better than Terry. And Maldini, we've already outlined. Maldini's a Hall of Fame fullback, but as a centre back, he wasn't at the same level. So next time, do your research, bro.
Watch the whole show.
Or tune in from the beginning.
And don't worry,
feel me?
I've already seen you in my group chat laughing that Ronaldo's going out. All I'm going to say is Messi's going out tomorrow, so it's all calm. Move Carvalho down, Terry's sidekick.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm not gonna lie. As with hindsight, when we
Carvalho went to Real Madrid and done the thing, man. Let's be real. How many Champions Leagues has he got?
But look at them, man. We've got in world class though, man. With hindsight, because Carvalho was an early one we picked, innit? But now you're looking at the list and you're looking at how the world class bracket is kind of played out. I don't know, man.
Carvalho also was at Porto and won Champions League. He's done it at a few clubs.
He's done it at Porto.
Yeah, no, that's the thing.
He's got the edge on Terry. He's got the edge, and Terry did go down because of his bad behaviour too. Yeah, Carvalho was the brains of that defence as well. Let's not forget it. To be that part of that defence, like there's a lot of people that maybe would have been able to fill Terry's void there, but if Carvalho though, I think he was more pivotal in that defence there. Yeah, but one thing that's not sitting well with Maldini being in world class though, like it's just not sitting well with me. But we have to just keep.
I hear you. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a centre back. It's a centre back thing. Right.
I get it.
It doesn't. No, this guy's Hall of Fame, bro.
You know what? If I could, I'd actually delete him so he wasn't on this list.
I'm not gonna. Yeah,
I would prefer that.
I can't even do that, unfortunately, unless I whack him here, but I can't, man. So yeah. Listen, anyone who watches this, there's a reason why Maldini's world class as a centre back, not full back, as a centre back. So please don't kill us. Smash that like button, regardless, people. Anyway, last few. Pepe, listen, the same way Boateng has the iconic moment of getting dropped by Messi. Pepe has an iconic moment that I can never forget, and that's when he literally probably should have been banned from football forever for live on TV. I've never seen someone literally kick a player twice in the back of the head almost. Like, I still don't know to this day how he was allowed to play on, but he was. And then he got up and punched the next guy in the face. Listen, I don't know, man. He tried to break his fingers. People tell me he's a nice guy off the pitch. I don't really care. Like that's
right. Remember that issue, no? Remember that.
But he's got all the accolades. He's got, I think, 3 or 4 Champions Leagues, La Ligas. He was a formidable centre back. He's got the Euros with Portugal. But yeah, man, let's make this one real quick, man. Rash, where you putting Pepe?
World class.
Jalil?
I was gonna go world class and all.
Jess?
I'll go world class. But this guy was the ultimate shithouse, innit? And when you're a centre back, when you're a centre back, you got to be a shithouse, innit? And this guy was the biggest shithouse in world football. He was. So for that reason, I want to say he's a legend. Yeah. But like it's like, bro, Pepe was different gravy, mate. He was, I'll put him in world class. And when you take all things into account, obviously being with Portugal and stuff like that, but Real Madrid as well, man. He done bits at Madrid.
Why do you think Ramos plays like he does today? He learned it from
bro. This guy, we're talking about centre backs here, yeah. I'm a centre back, and this guy was the ultimate shithouse for me. I'm going to go against the grain. For me, he's a legend still. He is a legend.
And Jeff?
Nah, Pepe is world class for me. I think he's still playing, right?
Yeah, he is. Porto, actually.
Porto and Portugal. Porto. He deserves world class status. I think anything more maybe a bit too generous. But yeah, to kick a man 3-4 times in the back of the head and still be in football.
Bro, that is legendary status, bro. That is legendary stuff.
Nah, Jess, sorry, that's
madness.
Get banned from football. That's absolutely crazy, bro. If I'm on the field and someone's kicking me in the back for no reason, that's what you have to understand. There was no reason for it. Nah, man, sorry. World class. You know what? He's lucky to be on this list. But yeah,
Very low.
I've seen him get dubs up as well, though, man. I've seen him get dubs
Bad times.
so many times. Many times.
I've seen him get
But you know what?
taking out the guy fam straight after. So what does that mean?
You know what? If we're talking about someone getting dubs up, then the next man, in my opinion, has been ripped a few times. But because he played for Barcelona and Spain, his accolades are out of this world. I mean, he's got, I think, 3 Champions Leagues, 2 Euros, a World Cup, I think 8 or 9 La Ligas, a Premier League with Man United. I mean, those are accolades that, I mean, they're very hard to match. But I still to this day, like I said before, if I'm looking at the list and I'm saying, who do I want to play against as a centre-back, I'm putting Boateng up there. I'm putting Toure up there. I'm putting Carragher up there. And I'm probably putting Pique up there because I don't care what anyone says. Pique can get ripped, but his accolades speak for themselves. So, Jeff, I'll let you start off with Pique, man.
Pique is lucky he's going to get this from me because I haven't respected him as a centre-back in like 10 years. Like, yeah, I thought, I don't think he's been good in like 10 years. Like, he's doing mad. He's learning off his wife, man. His hips are lying.
I'm done with this shit.
Yo, my
hips don't lie. The hips don't lie.
Hips don't lie.
No, I'm joking. But yeah, now Pique, like, because of his tenure and how long he's been in it, he deserves world class because he's been part of some great teams. But if I'm going off personal ability and what I think, yeah, he's probably great all in all. Like as a centre back, like he's not commanding. He's pretty good, like coming out with the ball from the back, but that's where it stops for me. Like he hasn't got much else.
I agree, man. Jess?
Yeah, it's a bit of a tricky one with Pique, isn't it? He seems like he was a bit of a passenger in his time. I can only like that time at United kind of tainted my perspective of him, and I think he was like literally that video that I saw. He was literally dragged through his career by Puyol the whole time. He was a bit taller, so he was dealing with the balls over the top and that. But yeah, it's difficult to put him lower than world class because of his accolades. Like, despite what we're saying about him and how we think he was part of that team, and to be honest, he was there pretty much the whole way through. The Euros, World Cup, Barcelona, he's been dominating. He's been there for time. I think great would be a bit of a disrespect. Not good enough for legend. So I think he sits in world class for me still in the middle of the table.
Okay, world class. Rash?
Yeah, it's a horrible one because I don't like Pique at all. Like I don't like him as a player. I don't like him as a defender. I just don't like the guy as a like. Best thing about him, he managed to bag Shakira. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Big facts.
I really think he's overrated. He's lucky he's in the teams that he's in. He's like being a passenger in a Lamborghini. You're fortunate, my guy. Do you know what I'm trying to say? That you know the driver. Yeah, like but his accolades, and he was very present through all of it as well. He was very present. Like he wasn't just someone who was on the bench. He was there.
Yeah.
Struggling to not put him great. Like in reality, I don't want him on the list. Struggling to not put him as a great, just as a great. But his accolades are undeniable, isn't it? And I have to be fair. So he has world-class accolades in a world-class team with a world class. It is what it is. You know what I feel. He's world class.
Yeah, man. I hear you. Angelo?
From the jump, yeah. I think I'm not hearing the right stuff about Pique. I'll be honest. I'm gonna defend him, yeah. For reasons being, yeah, I'm hearing that he's a passenger or he's not your type of defender. I hear all that, and I think what everyone's judgments are basing off is that, oh wait, it's Barca. Of course he's gonna do well in Barca and all this, and Spain, and he's a passenger to Puyol and stuff. But brother, we need to watch some games, bro, because this guy done the business against a lot of top strikers, bro. You know, and listen, if he is just in Barca or he's a passenger, so how is he making the team all the time? Let's
Yeah, for real.
like that. Do you know what I mean? So I'll be honest with you. Even when Pique was coming up, yeah, he was in two categories for me: a low legend based on accolades and how he plays, and I think he played really well. And that's just me, personally, and world class. So I'm not mad at world class, but great and shouldn't be on the list. Come on, man. I know what you're gonna say. Oh, but Barca team, you know, overrates players because you're in the Barca team. But he's been there for years, bruv. Let's be real. And Spain, and he keeps getting picked by Spain. Come on, man. And he's won all of that. I'm just saying that. So I was gonna go legend, but I'm not mad. And I hear what you lot are saying about world class.
Yeah, I you know what? That's a very credible argument. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I think for me, Pique, I would never consider Pique as a legend because I've just seen him rip too many times and then get bailed out by Messi, Neymar, Suarez, and them, man. I'm just like, yeah, you've just got a benefit. And I'm not gonna lie, you have to remember Barcelona won a Champions League playing Mascherano with centre back. Like that
Alongside Pique though.
Yeah, alongside Pique, yeah, that's fair enough. But yeah, I don't know, man. I think this is the same Barca that also won a Champions League with Yaya Toure centre back. That system was a madness.
Yeah, I can't argue that still.
Can't defend that one, but yeah. Pique, world class. If it wasn't for the accolades, yeah, great at best.
Yeah, facts.
But yeah, you know what? I'm just looking at this list, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I'm starting to think, could Lucio be a legend?
Yes, I said this. Yes.
Of course he
I
can.
think if he is, then I personally I don't agree with Carvalho as legend, but I think he should be world class.
I think, in my opinion, I think Rio and Lucio can both go up a tier.
Whoa, I think just Rio. I think Carvalho's in the right place because of what he's done at 3 different clubs, winning Champions League at 3 different clubs and winning league titles at 3 different clubs as well. And he was pivotal in that defense for every single manager.
Yeah.
So
You see Rio, yeah. Like the reason why I think he should be in Hall of Fame, and the Hall of Fame is the hall where we go to remember the greats. Yeah, this
Correct.
guy was the first real ball playing centre back. Like I know there was a lot of them, but this guy was a big part in that transition of the game for the centre back. Like ball playing centre backs weren't a thing when he started, but then he kind of what he like we talk about impact and stuff like that. I think he made a big impact on the game as a whole for the centre backs rather than just like the impact for his club or for his country. I think he changed the game a little bit, so I feel like he does need a bit more status.
I mean,
That's a good argument, I can't lie.
Yeah, but Rio as well.
I'm in Hall of Fame.
I think if you ask Ferguson, yeah, who was his best defender, I think he'll say Rio and Vidic. And if he had to pick one, he'll say Rio, man. Rio's a good servant.
Yeah,
Wait, so-
because for the same. Yeah, it's
What are we saying? Are we saying Real Hall of Fame?
I'm
the
not
more
mad
and more
at
I think about it, yeah, the more and more I think about it, the more and more I'm like, this guy can't surely not. He's got to be in the Hall of Fame, really and truly.
I'll tell you my opinion. Yeah, when I said Puyol is only beaten by 2 men on this page, it's Nesta and Rio for me.
Yeah.
I love the honesty. I love the honesty, Rash.
Okay.
Love it.
You know what? If we did this and we put Rio up here and then maybe we put Lucio and Legend, how are we feeling about that? I don't think that's too bad.
I'm happy with that. That's what I wanted. I'm happy with that. This list is more or less what I want.
Any complaints?
Nah, not really, because I'm severely outvoted with the Carvalho one, but I think he's just like higher world class. I wouldn't have him as legend, I don't think.
I think you know what? I think it's probably more of a case of if he's a legend, maybe John Terry should be a legend too. It's probably more of that.
Nope.
Let's keep it how it is.
But listen, yeah, but we're keeping it how it is. We're keeping it how it is. Next up, Sergio Ramos. I mean, boy, this guy, man, boy, won 4 Champions Leagues. I think he won 5 La Ligas. Again, Euros twice, World Cup. Like Jess said, you know, he'll be a nasty guy to play against. Obviously, learn a bit of that from Pepe. And the thing that for me just takes him up another tier is I don't know if there's ever been a more clutch football players in terms of scoring goals in big games than this guy. I mean, this guy in terms of big games is absolutely elite. So I don't know, man. This guy's gonna be a tough one to put down. Jalil, I'll give you Sergio Ramos, bro. Where you putting him?
Easy for me, yeah. I'll just give you this breakdown, yeah. I base my defensive game around Ramos. He's a dirty. See you next Tuesday, bruv. If I'm looking at all these players, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, there's only 3 players that I'm like, yeah, I'm on. Like Rio Ferdinand goes without saying. Lucio and Ramos are my 3 top defenders of all time, and it's my opinion. Obviously, in the list, I understand where they are, and I put them there as well. But I'm saying these 3, Ramos is a Hall of Fame. He's won it all again. He scored in Champions League finals. How many goals? I saw he's got over 100 goals as a centre back.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
You tell me what other defender has over 100 goals as a centre back first.
Unreal, unbelievable.
But look. If Ramos take the Hall of Fame, John, I'm leaving RBT. I'm not playing for your team no more. I'm out of here. Don't call me. Don't text me. Don't call nobody. I'm playing. But I'm just saying, sorry, Hall of Fame. Let me keep it short and sweet. Hall of Fame, for me, one of the best defenders, and his career's not done yet, and he's still got a bit of time. So let's go.
Okay, Rash.
The only thing that is worrying about Ramos is he is a hothead. Yeah, he is a hothead. He is wild. Yeah, and that is the only thing he is a liability in. However, he can be a wild hothead, pull a mad maneuver and injure a Salah and make you win the flipping Champions League final too. You know what I'm trying to say?
What you gotta do?
Tactically wild, man. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Jalil has said what he's had to say. He's won everything that there is. Yep. Okay. 100 goals as a centre back. There's strikers who don't have that. Yeah, there's strikers who don't have 100 goals. You know what I'm trying to say? Mr. Real Madrid. Do you know what I'm trying to say? He's a Real Madrid legend. Whenever I think of Real Madrid, I think of Ramos, I think of Ronaldo, I think of Raul, but he's in the thought process, you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, nothing less than Hoff. As much as I'd hate to say it, because he is a see you next Tuesday, you know what I'm saying? Or he's a see you next Thursday. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so Hall of Fame for me.
Jess?
Yeah, man. Dare I say it? I think Ramos is the most complete centre back in this list. When you add into the goals, you add the goals into it. He's a shit house. He can play with the ball. Plays with his heart on his sleeve. He will drag his team through to results. As he's scored it, I'm pretty sure I remember him scoring in a CL final.
He scored last night.
And it's just like, the thing is, like you say, you could discredit him for being a hothead, but you wouldn't want your centre back to be soft now, would you? You want him to be a hothead and out there.
Ramos has scored in 2 Champions League finals.
Bro, there you go. And it's like when you look at his all-round game, looking from the outside in, the geezer's a bit of an arse, isn't it? We can all agree on that. But would you want him to be your centre back in your team? Of course you would. And when you add to
him and Pepe together, their red card count is crazy.
And that's the only thing in it, like red cards here and there. So maybe he could have been a bit more sleek with it. He could have been a bit more, do you know what I mean? At times, a bit more controlled with it. But nah, he's the most complete defender we've got here. And when we talk in regards to him being a leader of his team as well, it's just every attribute, everything you'd want from a centre back. For me, he ticks that box. And then you add to it the 100 goals, like that's just ridiculous numbers. This guy's scoring more than certain other players that are playing further up in the pitch. And yeah, he's got to beat he's got to be Hall of Fame, and he's not even finished his career. And I think that says a lot about the guy, innit? 2 European Championships, World Cup, back-to-back CLs with Real Madrid. What more can you do? Yeah, he's got to be Hall of Fame for me. No doubt.
Yeah, and last, Jeff.
I'll get my personal feelings out the way first. I despise Ramos as a defender. And I'll explain why. So he's a right back who is converted to a centre back, and he has right back tendencies and has done his whole career. His position is not great, which is why he has 42 or something red cards. He is terrible. His timing is bad, and the reason why the reasons you gave for his goals, one of the reasons why it goes against him for me, because people focus more on his goals as actual defending. But when I watch him in games, sometimes I wonder like how he is going, because he's not as good as people make out for me personally. Like the 100 goals is a great thing. It stands out. But if you're talking about defenders and the purity of defending, I don't care about his goals. At moments, in a 60-game season, like he's gonna cost you at least 15 points, personally. But based on his accolades and what he means to everyone else, he's gonna end up being a Hall of Famer. So I'll take my personal feelings out of it. But if it was down to me, personal feelings, he'd be low world class. I don't think he's that great a defender personally at all.
I think you should take your feelings into consideration, because it's not as if you said anything that is personal. You actually mentioned his footballing attributes. I respect them.
You didn't mention anything wrong either. It's all the truth.
All right, then in that case, I'd say legend then. Just to read the room, and I'll just say legend to be on the safe side. But he's a really, really, like, he's one of the most criminally overrated players in world football to me.
God damn. I hear that. You know what?
I hear you.
It's good. You know what? Some good perspective there. I'm not going to lie. It's good. It's good. Obviously, I think he's going to end up in Hall of Fame. I'm going to put him in Hall of Fame. I'm not going to lie. I think he's just too clutch. He's just too clutch. I
hear it.
But let's see. Let's say Pique and Van Dijk the same. I know. But,
Pique, dead food man, should be a great.
Hey, people, if you want Carvalho down, you know what you got to do. You got to do what happened last week. You got to start a hashtag. That's how Scholes went down from a Hall of Famer to a legend. So you know what you got to do.
Scholes went down.
Paul Scholes Hall of Famer easily. Who decided that? That is rigged.
I wish you guys were here. I wish you guys were here.
It was the people.
No. It's just because he's ginger. It's not fair.
Hey, probably. You know what? You might be right. Ramos is greater than Puyol, so must be Hall of Fame. 103 career goals, 4 Champions Leagues, World Cup, Euros, scored in 2 finals. Ramos is the GOAT.
GOAT business.
Ramos legend, not better than Rio. Ramos is above Puyol for me. RX saying Lucio is better than Ramos in terms of ability, but Ramos is more clutch. Arlen saying Ramos GOAT centre back. Techers, gritty, accolades, versatile, big game turn up. RX saying, guys, how come Lovren isn't on here? Just joking, doing a Jerome. Thank God. RX saying, you know what? Jeff is right. Best opinion today. His goals mean nothing. Overall average defender. He can't defend. He just intimidates. Intimidating is slightly part of defending. I'm not going to lie to you.
Intimidation is part of your defense. If I was a small guy, you'd think, because I'm a big guy, you will think twice. Do you know what I mean? But intimidation is all part of the plan.
100%. 100%. All right, you know what? Let's do the next two very, very quickly. Thiago Silva, we all know top centre back, but let's do him quickly. Guess where you putting Thiago Silva?
It's a hard one, isn't it?
It is. I've just realized it's the hard one. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm happy I didn't go first for this one. I can't lie to you.
Hey, sorry, Jess.
Thiago, big Thiago.
Yeah, big Thiago.
Quickly, what's he won? Accolades quickly. Because we know what he's like as a player, ability-wise, but give us some accolades.
That's the thing, though. Like these man, he's been a PSG in it, so you can't expect too much from him. And
I think he also won Serie A's. I think he won
AC. He was at AC Milan.
Yeah, he won a couple Serie A's as well. I think he won a couple Serie A's as well. So a couple Serie A's and obviously endless titles in the French league and made one Champions League final.
Oh, so no Champions Leagues and not. What about World Cups?
Nah.
Brazil ain't done nothing in the last. Okay. 2012, Brazil ain't done. 2002, Brazil ain't done nothing.
I like Thiago. I think he's a boss of a defender. Quite like we spoke about. Someone mentioned Rolls Royce defender earlier. Like I feel like he is a Rolls Royce defender. He does everything right. He knows how to lead the team. And even at Chelsea this season, I know he had a bit of a start, but I feel like he's really grown into that team. And to be able to do that in the Prem, in a top 6 club, at his stage in his career, let's be real, he's not far off retirement. Like he's like what, 34, 35 must be 36,
now. 37, I think.
36, 37. This is what I'm saying. Yeah. And these guys playing Prem, like, but I don't know. He's between great and world class for me, but I don't think we can put him in great. But it's kind of being at PSG. I think going there and playing in the French league is a bit of a cop out. If I'm honest, he's come to the Premier League. Maybe he should have done that 4 or 5 years ago when he was in his prime. The French accolades, they don't really carry much weight for me. And in his time playing for Brazil, he didn't have the same impact as Lucio did, so he can't be in legends here for sure. I want to say world class, but I'm leaning more towards great. I'm not going to lie. More based on because of where he spent a lot of his time at PSG. But he is a world class defender though. He's a world class centre back. He's a world class centre back. It's tough. What? That's a tough one.
I love the conversation.
I'm doing in my own head right now.
It's a mad one still. Because Thiago, I know I've probably said this about 5 times already today, but Thiago is one of my favourite centre backs. It's because I'm a centre back. I watch the centre backs play in it, and I appreciate that side to the game. So I'm gonna keep it real, and I'm gonna say Thiago for me. He's a world class centre back, so he needs to be in that bracket.
Okay, Jeff.
Yeah, I agree. I'll say world class. Hasn't done enough overall to be a legend. Ability wise, that until like 3-4 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, he was probably considered the best centre back in football for a while, like a good 6-7 years. But yeah, all in all, world class.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, I was just gonna say that before Jalil goes. I was just gonna say, you know what? It's not oftentimes that I enjoy watching centre backs play, but he was one of the ones I actually enjoyed Thiago Silva defend. Like he was a boss in his prime. But yeah, Jalil, go on.
Yeah, just going off what the boy said. Yeah, League One don't hold much weight for me. But we got to remember one thing: Champions League, all the battles he had, against these top strikers, bruv. Jogbers, these times and everything. So for me, I'm going to say world class. But I think we, as I said, League One don't hold weight, but Champions Leagues, internationally, and European Cups and that, when he's playing in them, he's done the business as a defender, fam. So he held his own. For me, that's why he's a world class player.
Yeah, and Rash?
Yeah,
I have to agree. As Jeff said, for a long time, he was probably rated the best centre back in the world for many years. I remember when they had the World Cup in Brazil, so much things was expected from him and from my guy. You get me, Neymar. But unfortunately, they both was on the bad end of that World Cup. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It would have been great to see the best of them two play as well. There was a lot riding on their shoulders. They were literally the national team.
Yeah.
He's had a great career. I agree that it is a bit of a cop out to go to PSG. Do you know what I mean, in the French league? Mind you, though, it wasn't always PSG at the top. Monaco had their time as well. Lille had a good spell as well there. Leon's had their spells as well during the same period of time as well. And he has played against all the up and coming dons that are coming through League One as well. He's had to play against them, and he's been pretty solid against them as well. He's had a really good career. I think the fact that he went to PSG has flopped him accolade wise, because no one don't give a damn about how many French Cups you're gonna win. No one cares. And I think that's where he flopped big time. That's the thing that could have pushed him into legendary status, but he's gonna sit in world class for me.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I think you all summarized it brilliantly with him, and I would just say I think the PSG move in a way kind of cost him, because I genuinely feel like if he went to the right team, he had Hall of Fame potential as a defender. I think he was absolutely elite, and like I said, I've seen him shut down man convincingly with style. Top player, but nothing more than world class. Unfortunately, that's the nature of the game sometimes. And well, at least he didn't go great, because I would have been really uncomfortable him being great next to someone who got dropped by Messi. So yeah.
I'm uncomfortable with him being next to Pique, bro.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm uncomfortable with that. You know what? I'm saying now, should Pique go to great?
No.
I want him out of here personally.
No, but come on, man. Listen. Let me listen.
Out of here, man.
Pique out. What we say? Pique out.
No. Yeah, Pique down. Move him down.
Look, I think he's only on the list because he's got accolades, man.
Yeah, but he's missing. He's missing Shakira as well, bro. Like, you're talking about what Terry does off the pitch. Like, that guy's putting in work off the pitch, bro. Shakira.
Then again, all right, Pique, Hall of Fame, still he done the business.
No, let's be real. As a footballer, yeah, as you guys said, yeah, Mascherano was next to him and they won like Champions League and the Ligas. Come on, let's be real. He was pivotal for Barcelona. And as I said before, it's easy to look at a player and think, oh, it's Barca, you're going to win everything anyway. But how the fuck are you still getting picked every week?
I know, but it's kind of like the Henderson conversation, isn't it?
What's wrong with Henderson?
I didn't say there's anything wrong with Henderson. But there's an argument about Henderson and how pivotal he is to the.
Why is Henderson even in this debate or any debate?
He plays centre back for Liverpool sometimes, you know.
All right, cool.
There's some people. It's because there's some people that think Henderson is world class, isn't it?
Yeah,
there's some people that think he's a very he is a pivotal player for Liverpool and for their success.
Who said that? Who said that?
There's this day that's walking around. Chatting shit, yeah, and they're chatting shit about Henderson. That if he wasn't in the squad, Liverpool wouldn't get what they are. They're actually a poor team without Henderson. He is solid. He's their midfielder. He is the guy that actually helps them.
It's true.
Bro, if Henderson's world class, then so is Eric Dyer, mate. I'm not trying to hear it.
Henderson,
and I'm saying I feel the same about Pique, innit? I think he shouldn't be the Pique.
Henderson's better than Eric Dyer, and Henderson does make Liverpool tick a few times. Let's be real. When he's in the team, they win.
Guys, no offense. We've gone to Henderson and Eric Dyer. I don't know what happened, but it went.
Why isn't Eric Dyer on this list? Why isn't he on this list?
Yeah, why is he? Yeah, you're right. I forgot him still. I forgot Dyer.
Eric Dyer makes this list.
PK down. Boy.
Hey, I'm with you.
Hey, John.
I'm saying PK down.
I'm saying down. I'm saying down, man.
Jess?
Hips don't lie, man. He's got to stay there. World class.
Yeah. Jeff, you got to decide if PK stays or down.
Oh, if it's down to me, PK, get out of here.
Oh, no, are you gonna put? This is the same mistake we made for fucking Beckham. You can't do this to him. He's
yes, I can.
You can't do this to him.
Wait, hold on. That's true. Wait, hold on. If Beckham didn't even make the list,
he should have. Beckham should have been.
I felt bad about that. The next day.
If we're gonna talk Beckham, you lot are scumbags for that. I'm not gonna lie. He is Hall of Famer for real. Beckham, just like Kevin said it earlier, just for what he done to the game commercially. You remember them Pepsi adverts? Bro, no one was doing adverts or getting them kind of sponsorships before Beckham, bro. It was the haircuts, whatever. This guy, as a brand, as a person, like, yeah, bro, Beckham is Hall of Fame. A Galactico and a multi-Premier League winning Manchester... Oh, he was in that Manchester United team and he went on to the Galacticos team. How could you... Did you not put him not on the list? You didn't.
I said great. It was these, man. Don't look at me.
Nah.
Listen, Jesse, I had a reason, because we was doing wingers and I just didn't see him as an out-and-out winger. I thought it was him. That was my reason. But the very next day, I felt really bad. And I even spoke to these men. I said, yo, I just want to reiterate how I feel about Beckham. And I even said it live on air, what I feel about Beckham and what I feel he should have been. Remember, I did that? I did that.
Quickly, guys. Quickly for me. Let's wrap up. Let's wrap up the last two. Rafa Varane, we know what he's won. He's won everything. World Cup champion.
John.
Oh, he froze.
Listen, I'll do this one then while John gets ready. Listen,
let's go.
He's got a World Cup. Cup recently though. He's got I believe 3 or 4 Champions Leagues, and I believe he's got 2 La Ligas, and that's all he's got because I don't think he's done anything before joining Real Madrid. I can't think of any clubs he was at before Real Madrid. If it was me, he would be. He's not done. Obviously, he's at the beginning of his career, and I feel like he's still got a long way to go. For me, he'll be
back.
You're back, John.
He's back.
Yeah.
Here he is. Nice to join us, mate.
I'm back. Yeah, so where did you put Varane?
Oh, we didn't get that far.
Oh, no, it's Jalil. It's on Jalil.
Yo.
That's
So
it.
We lost.
He's going to take the whole thing away. We're live on YouTube, baby. We got Ross. We got Jibs. We got Jaap. We got
Hey. Big up DJ, my guy, tuned in. He's the only one that bigged me up in the chat, my guy.
Shout out to the man them in footy forum as well. Don't know.
Footy forum.
Hey, Jeff,
What's the thing, Jeff?
What's my Ballers Empire Radio? You can find that on podcast.
Ballers Empire Radio. Tune in.
There we go. Thank you.
There we go.
Global, baby. We global.
With Varane, though, Varane's a bit of a weird one, isn't it? He's always been defined as a Rolls-Royce defender, but he's back.
Yeah, he's back.
Go on, Jesse.
Oh, you deleted the list. Don't tell me the list is gone, bro.
I literally just got kicked out. Yeah, I know. I literally just got kicked out. I didn't even get an option to stay.
You're frozen
the list,
again,
bro?
by the way.
We're back.
Is the list gone?
Hey, Jesse, would you sort him out?
Mate, you need some Virgin Media up in there, yeah? If you need Virgin Media, shout me, yeah?
I know. I used to have Virgin Media. Now I don't even know what I'm on now. But yeah, no, I literally just started kicking me out now, and I think I'm on hotspot. So I don't know what's good. I think.
Hey, Jeff, what were you saying about Varane?
So you see Varane, yeah? First things first, let's take into account this guy was born in 93, yeah? He's the same age as me, he's 27, yeah? Okay. He's been defined as a Rolls-Royce defender for a long time. Martin Keown quoted him as a Rolls-Royce defender about 5 years ago. So this guy's been top of the game from when he was young in his career. You go through the accolades. He's won the World Cup with France, with Real Madrid. He's been part of that team that dominated. He's got 4 Champions League titles, medals, 3 La Liga titles. It's a difficult one with him, but the reason why I think he should be higher up in the list than you men should think is because he's 27 still. This guy might still be a defender in 6-7 years' time, and for all we know, he could be playing for France and Real Madrid still. I think for what this guy's done in his early stages of his career, it's difficult to kind of categorize him. You can't call him a legend yet because legend is kind of a historic thing, but he will probably be a legend. Like, he's done a lot, and he's kind of got more than what a lot of these men have got in the world class bracket. 100%. He's done a lot more than them, but then it's a difficult one. But he's another one where he's had a lot of injuries as well. So he's had a career plagued with quite a few injuries. But when he has played, he's kind of filled that role playing next to Ramos in that Real Madrid team. So I feel like when you take everything into account, I think he's got a strong case to be sitting in that world-class bracket. But when you come to the end of his career, I think we'll be considering him as a legend.
Yeah. So you're saying world class for now, Jess?
I'm saying world class for now. Yeah.
And all the rest of you, because I missed it. I'm guessing you all said great then.
It was just
We haven't said anything.
It was just
No,
me.
yeah.
So John, it was just me, and I just listed his accolades and what he's done, and I didn't know he was still that young. To be fair, he's only 27. Jesse just told me now. So for me, I 100% agree with Jesse. Just coming off that, he will be legendary, but at the moment he's world class because you don't go into 4 Champions Leagues, you don't go into a World Cup, you don't get all these the leaguers at the moment. Just being a bystander. Let's be real. The game in today and age is difficult. He's got a long way to go to be legend. I can't lie, but I think he will get there. I think world class. I agree with Jesse.
Yeah. Okay. Just a little disclaimer before I go to Rash that Haaland scored another 2 goals in the Champions League today. Yeah.
The killer.
He's on fire. He's on fire. We'll talk about him soon anyway. Rash, Varane.
It's already been said. He's got accolades coming out of his arse. He's still a young player. He's been compared to legendary defenders such as Hierro and these sort of players. And these are by like people like Mourinho and I think even Frank Leboeuf, who was a top quality centre back as well. I think he's already got a world class career. He already has one. If he was to end it here already, he's got a world class career already under his belt. The fact that he's definitely probably got no shorter than 8 years, 7 years left of his career as well makes me think he's actually going to bypass legendary and actually be a Hall of Famer one day because of what he has already achieved as well. If he stays where he's at as well, I think he definitely will cement that spot too. The reason why I say it is because it's easy to become a Hall of Famer if you do everything you can in one place as well. So I think he's well on his way. To me, he's a high-end world-class defender right now. Probably one of the best in the world playing right now.
Okay, and Jeff?
Yeah, I'd say world class. Based on the accolades, he's still probably one of the best defenders around. I do feel that's because the defensive bar is lower. Because even last year, when Man City, he was playing against Man City, he was horrible. And I think a lot of that is, and I'm not a fan of Ramos at all, as I mentioned, but it was clear as day that without Ramos, he's not the same. Maybe that's still due to his age and because he relies heavily on pace. So he's probably not all the way around it in terms of reading of the game yet. But yeah, I'll say world class. Maybe as the years progress, he may progress to legend. I'm not sure. We'll see.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I think, I think he's definitely world class. I think he can definitely reach legend status. I'm not sure for me he's a good enough defender to reach Hall of Fame. I don't think I'll ever see him in the same light I see some of the man there, but you don't know what he can achieve in the next 5-6 years. France have a great team. He might win another World Cup. He might win another Euros. He might win more Champions League. So, but for now, let's whack him in world class. Let's see what these people are saying quickly before we get to our last centre back and we wrap it up. Varane, great. Varane, high, great. Varane, high, great. I think Varane pace makes him better than what he is. Okay. RX saying Juve scored again. So it's 2-1 Juve now. One more goal and Ronaldo goes through. Hey, let's get it.
Man said, wait, can I say something? Man said Ronaldo, not Juventus.
Yeah,
you see that?
You see that?
You know what? You guys know how it is. Barca and Juve are not even Barca and Juve. They're Ronaldo and Messi FC. That's what it's become with them two. Kids. True. Big up YFM. Hope you're well, bro. Saying big up all you, man. Great at best. 2-1 Juve. But yeah, man. Last up. Let's wrap it up. Nemanja Vidic. We all know about him. Real Ferdinand's partner. A brute. He'll put his face in anything. Absolute beast warrior. Won multiple Premier Leagues. Won the Champions League. Obviously, he's not won anything internationally because he's faced with Fabio. But nonetheless, top defender. Jeff, I'll let you end with this one, man. Where you putting Vidic?
Think it'd be unfair to even put him in world class. I'd say legend. Based off like 2-3 years at Man United, where he was just the best defender around. Arguably, him and Ferdinand were a dumb partnership. So yeah, based on that, I'd say he deserves legendary status. Maybe he's a bit short to be a legendary status, but I just feel like that's the right place to put him. Yeah. In terms of I'm lying, because to me, Stam has just as much right to be on the same level as Vidic. So maybe I'm wrong. I'm going to say world class. Sorry, I'm just going to say world class instead.
Okay, Rash.
Yeah, my first inclinations was to put Vidic as a legend because of what he achieved at Man United and just because he was just a solid centre-back. Yeah. When he was in the team, I didn't ever think that Man United was really going to lose. Him and Ferdinand together, their duo was almost impenetrable, you know what I'm trying to say? So I would give him the same level that I was going to give that Rio was at, which is legend as well. It's hard to look at all the other defenders as well on the list and say, but this guy should be here as well. This guy should be there. But I'm not going to punish one guy by other decisions that we've made. I think he's a legend.
Yeah, Angelo.
Yeah, so coming into this, even before we got into the show today, I was thinking legendary, world class. For me, I'm going to compare him to a player. I think Kompany's better than him, in my opinion. I think Kompany had more of an effect on him, and I can't. For that reasons, I can't put him above Kompany. 100%. If I'm going to think about Rio and him together, they were fake. But I think that I weighed heavily on Rio's brain, if I'm honest. So what I'm going to say now, I'm going to say world class. I think for Vidic, no disrespect, because world class is still world class. I would love to be world class at something. So please, United fans, if you don't take any offense to this, because I know you've got a proper soft inside, taking offense to every little thing. How could you put him in world class? How could you put him as a legend? Do me a favor, do you know what I mean? So I'm gonna go world class for this one.
Jeff.
Vidic, the Serbian bloodbath merchant. Fucking hell, this geezer.
Yeah.
Well, we're talking nitty gritty. We're talking bone crushing. Yeah. Some people wouldn't want to play the game because of this guy. They offended. We talk about Rio, Hall of Fame status. It's the same kind of conversation we had with Terry and Carvalho. Rio was the ball playing centre back. He was the kind of brains behind that. But Vidic was the destroyer in that back line. And we're talking about a United team that was dominant throughout the whole of the Premier League and Champions League. We're talking European and in England. Vidic for me, mate. What did you say? World class, yeah?
I said legend. These men said world class.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. He's got to be legendary for me.
Remember what Toure has done to him, though. But yeah, we'll keep it moving.
Bro, Torres, this guy.
How could we do this to Messi, the best player, arguably one of the best players?
No! Don't compare that. No. Look at how Boateng stopped, bro. I'll send you the clip afterwards, Jalil, of Boateng. I think you need to analyze how he dropped.
Can I change mine, by the way?
you can change yours, Jeff. Yeah.
Yeah, just looking again at the company he's in, it's only right for him to be in legend. Then. Sorry.
I would say so as well.
I made 3 different decisions, but yeah, I'm gonna go legend. Sorry.
Yeah, he's got to be a legend for me.
Yeah, no, you know what? And just to round that off, obviously, Ed saying Vidic legend, easy. RX saying now we're talking about when Torres finished him. Yeah, Torres did finish him a few times, but hey, everyone has a nemesis, and Torres was Vidic's nemesis. For me, Vidic is a legend. And yeah, you know what? that wraps up the list. So people, let me run it back. So we got on should not be on this list. We got Sami Hypia, Kolo Toure, Ledley, respect to him, King, and Jamie Carragher. Now great. We got Godin. We got Jerome, drop man Bessie, Boateng. We got world class. We got Campbell. We've got Chiellini. We got Desailly. We got Van Dijk. We got Stam. We got Terry. We got Kompany. We got Maldini. Anyone that questions that, watch it back. Pepe, Thiago Silva, and Varane. Legend. We've got Carvalho, Lucio, and Vidic. And Hall of Fame. This might be the most people we've ever had on the Hall of Fame, but can't really complain. Cannavaro, Puyol, Nesta, Ferdinand, and Sergio Ramos. And again, to be honest, it's a tough job, but I think we've done well. I think it's a good list.
Yeah.
How are we feeling? Feeling good list?
I think we've done good there still. Is there any ones that kind of that stand out to you that are displaced right there?
Pique.
Ones that you strongly agree with, boys?
Pique.
Just one PK, bruv.
What, you think he should be lower or higher?
I wouldn't have even, like, if it wasn't for his accolade, he wouldn't have made the list for me.
What? Are you serious, bro?
I'm 100% speaking the truth, bro.
You just gotta watch him. You just gotta watch him, bro.
You think I've been
For me,
watching? That's what I've been watching.
for me, the only one, there's one that doesn't sit well with me in it, and it's the one that really stands out to me, and I'm not going to lie, it's Kompany. It's Kompany being a world class. This guy is a fucking legend, mate, and there's no other way to put it. Kompany is a legend.
I'm not gonna lie. I slightly agree with you, Jess. I think Kompany could be a legend still. I'm not gonna lie. He was a beast.
What did you say?
He was different gravy, man. We're talking Centurions. We're talking like one of the best Premier League teams ever. Yeah.
And I think it's the fact that he had Di Michelis and Lesko and Otamendi in three of the four. That's shambolic.
You could put Davinson Sanchez next to this guy, and he's going to win Prem. Like, and that is levels to, like, bro. Vincent Kompany, he was, and you got to see, you sort of talk about the effects as well. Like, I've seen the change in City. Look how long it's taken him to be assured at the back with their centre backs. They've not had a proper centre back pairing since Kompany left, because he was their centre back pairing. He was the one guy. It doesn't matter who you put next to him, but since he's left, they've only just about now got that pairing proper. And he was such a strong figure in that Centurion team, that Man City team that dominated for so long.
Facts.
So that's the only one that I think needs to be moved from here. Other than that, I agree with the rest of the list. Yeah.
Cool, Jeff. Do you know what's your biggest gripes off the list before we move?
I think I'm just before we go on. I'm happy that obviously Ramos and Rio made it to Hall of Fame. Obviously, the one that don't sit well with me because I don't understand is Pique. That just doesn't make sense. No, but you guys are saying that because I feel like
I hear you. Yeah.
No, but I feel like you guys just go, oh, do you know what? He was in a good Barcelona team, but don't you see what he's done and who he's played next to? But
I didn't even say that though. I didn't even say that.
That's what you got to say in a nutshell. Because you didn't say one positive thing about him other than he's banging Shakira. Come on.
Yeah.
I can break down the mechanics of defending and why he isn't.
Yeah, listen, you know what? If we spend time talking about Pique, it gets peak. But yeah, man, listen.
no pun intended.
Jeff, yeah, literally. Jeff, what's your biggest gripe, man?
Probably Carvalho, but yeah, I'm outvoted, so I can live with that one. The rest of the list kind of makes sense. Like Ramos being there, my personal opinion, no, but in football, kind of has to be there, right? So yeah, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, man. Let's see what the people are saying. Ed's saying great show, lads. Big up Jesse and Jeff. Love as always, Jalil and Rash. Arlen's saying good list overall, lads. Real being 2 tiers above Kompany and Terry and Van Dijk doesn't sit with me. I understand the Kompany and Terry one, but Van Dijk hasn't done enough. RX saying Toure shouldn't be on this list. It's crazy, but overall good job, lads. And yeah, like Greener said, hit the likes 100%. And Arlen, like Pique should be lower end world class. But listen, people, that's another wrap for Let's Talk Football. as always, we spent a lot of time going into detail. It's been a slog, but we've all enjoyed it for sure. Appreciate you stayed throughout. There's been Champions League games the evening, but you guys are always very loyal. Make sure to smash that like button on the way out. Next week, we've got the fullbacks one before we go on to goalkeepers to wrap it up. But obviously, as we have to, big up to Jess and Jeff, man. It's been a pleasure to have you guys on, man.
Thanks for having me, mate. And hopefully, what's going on this weekend there? Am I going to come on to see you boys all crying after the derby or what?
Keep a slot free because you might be coming on this weekend.
Bro, yeah, no, it's been a pleasure, lads. Thanks for having me on. And hopefully, like I say, I'll be here, bright faced on Sunday. We'll be talking about the results, yeah? We'll be talking about the Harry Kane show. Come on.
Yeah, we'll be talking about Harry Kane now. Big up Harry Kane. I'm just gonna say now he should be player of the year. But anyway, we move.
John, quickly, can we get Jesse on for the prediction show and for the after show?
We can do it. We can make that happen. But
let's go, baby.
It's gonna turn us.
Mate, no. I think that's one too many Spurs fans on the panel.
Bro, you got 4 Arsenal fans here.
Yeah,
like you can't.
I think you should jog that one on, mate.
Yeah, but listen, I'm here to balance the books, mate. Innit? Yeah, we can't have 5 Arsenal fans appearing for a derby show. You know what I mean? You got to have a Spurs fan in there in the mix. Come on.
Yeah. Well, listen.
Like I said, thank you guys. It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure.
Big up Jess. Big up Jeff. And obviously,
Appreciate
as always, Rash, man, appreciate you. And obviously, Rash, Jalil. In fact, before we do that, Jeff, just shout out your podcast one more time, bro.
Oh, okay. Thank you, man. Ballers Empire Radio is on the podcast app if you got an iPhone. If you got a Samsung or Android, then Podcast Addict, same thing.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Within the comments of the video, we're going to put the link there so you guys can go straight to it from there. Make sure to check that out. Support. That's what it's all about, people doing things. And obviously, like I said, Rash, Jalil, love as always, man. It'll be nothing without you guys. But people will be back on Friday for the prediction show. We'll be joined by Jesse. It might turn into a North London derby preview bloodbath.
Let's go.
About yes, if you got any more Spurs fan, bring them as well. Let's do it. Let's do it right.
Bro, there's plenty of us, mate. We've got a big stadium to fill, so I'm sure I can find a couple more.
Whoa. There's 2 of you.
Let's do it. Listen, people, that's it from us. We're out. Take care. Peace.
Nice one, boys.